What do you guys give me if I kill that bird?
Barbara, that's a bald eagle.
Get away, Baldy! Yeah!
Oh, well. Good evening, and good evening. This is The Wort with Mike, Pete, and Steve, GovsRadio.com. We are live here at AC Beer Fest at Bader Field in the heart of Atlantic City, New Jersey. Bader Field. $20 a ticket, but you'll only need the edge.
The home of the Baders. I don't know what that means, but
I guess that was a fighter squadron, perhaps?
Maybe.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us. We are here in day 2 of the AC Beer Fest. Gates just opened. We're ready to freaking get this going.
Yep.
Before we get going today, we'd like to talk to you a little bit about our sponsors. We're going to start it off with a little bit of the Rosie's Draft Solutions. Stevie, take it away.
Well, Rosie's Draft Solutions, they're a Long Island family-owned business that provides professional draft beer system services, line cleanings and maintenance, draft beer line system installs, event dispensing solutions, and more. They are very passionate about craft beer and making sure that it has that same quality as when it left the brewery, and that's only done by making sure those lines are perfectly clean. Tight as can be. Rosie services bars, restaurants, halls, events, and all other beverage establishments, including home kegerator installs. Across Long Island and Westchester County. You can reach them at rosiesdraftsolutions@gmail.com or call them at 631-219-2075 Monday through Sunday, 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. Mention the Wort, get a little discount, maybe get a little back rub, massage.
That's nice. That's kind. I like that.
That's what they do.
That's
this
fancy
is what
as
they
shit,
do.
for sure. Leo's here. Leo, you can have a seat. Might as well bring him on. Today we're also sponsored by Beer Maker, BEERMKR.com. Go to Beer Maker for your tabletop beer dispensing system. Beer Maker, all grain brewing system right there on your countertop. Go to BEERMKR for your discount, and in the promo code type in The Wort, receive 10% off your order. We're also sponsored by VintageBeerShirtClub.com. We're also sponsored by Brewbag, and both of those have links in our Instagram bio, so click on that link tree and go ahead and get sent right over to our individual pages for Brewbag. Physics, you're going to receive 20% off your order if you type in promo code The Wort.
The Wort.
You're going to get 10% off your brew bag for promo code The Wort.
The Wort.
And today we're also, and you're going to get The Wort on VintageBeerShirtClub.com.
The Wort.
Yeah, I'm trying to narrow all this down really quick, just so The Wort. The Wort. Yeah, just remember that. That's promo codes for anything that's on our Instagram and Linktree. And quick shout outs to our buddies over at Hopscotch Bottle Shop.
Hopscotch!
We're missing you, buddy. And big shout out to Rick over here at Barrier Brewing Company, hanging out with him all weekend. I guess when we get Tom, our producer, on later, we'll talk a little bit about our experience.
Shenanigans.
Last night. Yeah, we'll make a little segment out of that, because that was some good times.
Are you sure we want to do this? I actually have I had brownout moments last night.
You did? Brownout?
Not blackout.
Yeah.
Just brownout. Just little moments of time that were lost in my memory bank.
Okay.
So you might have to refresh me on it.
I might fill you in. I mean, I was myself really feeling it. So we'll talk about that. Join us at the table. I got Leo from Montclair Brewery. What's up, Leo? What's going on, man?
What's going on?
Yo, let me get. I gotta turn you up. I turned him down because the wind. The wind is pretty god awful. What's going on, man?
Everything is fine.
We So, give us quickly. You were here yesterday. This is day 2.
Yes.
You were here day 1. How'd it go?
It went incredibly well.
Yeah.
You know, it's always fun to see people outside for beer.
Yeah.
So the last 2 years, you know, everybody know COVID and all of
Yeah.
that. So it is finally fantastic to see everybody gather in one place. How many people are here? How many?
There
me
was
a
a
number.
count. Each session, I think, can hold 7,500.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we probably today we're gonna hit the 100,000 people.
Yeah.
So
It's a beautiful day.
It
and,
is.
And yesterday was a beautiful day.
it is a beautiful day.
Today a little more windy than yesterday, but
Yeah.
guess what? I'll take that breeze over just baking in the sun.
Any
90
time,
degrees last year.
anytime,
Leo, it was
anytime.
90 degrees here on one of the sessions last year.
man.
Oh, yeah.
It was
No.
brutal.
Yeah.
Brutal.
But this is beautiful.
This is beautiful.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about Montclair? Tell us how the
Well-
brewery got started, where it all came from, and a little bit about what you guys are doing, your system, and all that stuff.
Montclair Brewery is building one beer, you know, building a community one beer at a time.
There
so
you go.
it's literally got built by the community. So that's why we're here.
Is it like considered a community brewery?
It's not exactly.
Okay.
Because you know
It's me.
But you know that's how we love to call it.
Yeah.
Building a community one beer at a time. So
Tell us about the neighborhood. Montclair, I'm not familiar with from Long Island. Give us a little rundown on Montclair.
let me tell you, Montclair is one big family.
That's awesome.
That's it. Montclair is one big family. Community is incredible in Montclair. You know, we've been supported, you know, all the way. It's been 4 years and a half now. So it's
Wow,
just
nice.
amazing. And we chose to make beer, chose to make different type of beer.
Okay.
You know, the African style beer that we chose to make. You know.
What would that? Is that just different ingredients? Is it styles?
It's
Is it
different
everything?
ingredient, it's different style.
Okay.
You know, brewing with sorghum beer.
Okay.
Sorghum is been brewed
Yes.
by women, you know, all the time.
Yeah.
So that's why we do it, and it's gluten free. We do a lot of sorghum beer,
Yes.
and then we make, you know, beer with the different type of ingredient, like the baobab fruit.
Wow.
The baobab fruit from West Africa.
And what is that? What's the flavor profile of that?
The flavor profile is like a kind of citrusy.
Okay.
You get a little bit of citrus. You get a little tart.
Yep.
And it's one of the fruit that got the most
Good catch.
vitamin. You know, we're not
Really?
just not allowed to say that's a healthy beer, but
Yeah, can we call it a healthy beer?
exactly, it's one of the beer that got more. You know, it's a powerful fruit.
Okay.
It's incredible.
That beer, what is the name of that beer?
That beer called Bao beer.
Okay,
The
you
Bao
should have
beer.
called it healthy beer.
Yeah, exactly.
Just
So
Yeah, that way.
Could have got around the whole.
that's exactly what we should call it. So it's called the Bao beer. It's one of the beer that we won the silver medal at the New York International beer competition.
Oh,
that
awesome.
year. And also, the reason why we a community brewery is we kind of make beer to honor some of the community members. But every year at Black History Month, we dedicate one beer to certain people.
Sure.
You know, every right now we have a beer called Fragile Like a Bomb.
Hey, we know some
Yeah,
of that nature.
Yeah, Fragile Like a Bomb. So we made that to honor Justice Ginsburg.
Yep.
Yes.
She was being referred to as Fragile Like a Bomb.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that is one of the greatest beers made with lavender, and everybody loved that beer.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
The concept of what you guys going with that sets you apart, obviously, the ingredients, the stuff like that.
Yep.
How do people get turned on to your brewery? What have you noticed as the trends for people?
People are
obviously?
very excited about the stuff that we do, and ever since I've been on Master Distiller on Discovery Channel, everybody's coming to discover the baobab fruit, because I made the baobab brandy with that. I end up winning season 3.
Get outta here.
And become the first Master Distiller in New Jersey,
Wow,
New York. So
dude, we got a TV guy
Yeah.
on our hands.
No, this-
Radio,
we,
TV.
We got right now we have one of those stars that just
Yeah.
happen to be right.
Well,
Yeah. Brewdog can go
Wow,
suck it.
that is awesome.
that what happened. So people coming to discover and then find out exactly what is that fruit.
Yeah.
You know, it's just amazing.
Tell us about the brewery, the equipment. What are you guys using? Is it standard brewery equipment?
It's standard brewery equipment. It's a 7-barrel system.
Okay.
I went to China, spent some time, have them design what I wanted.
Right.
And everything is a unitank.
Okay.
I use a unitank. So it's a standard. It's a 3-vessel system that we use. it allowed us to brew tons of beer.
Yeah,
We make over
Different-
40 kinds of beer.
Wow.
And we have 24 beer on tap regularly.
Wow.
Wow.
Yes.
Jesus.
Yeah.
How big a tasting room you guys have?
How
We have-
often
we-
you brewing?
Yeah,
That's
I'm like,
the question.
I want to know how much
You're brewing
how much room we have
twice a
when we
day?
get there.
Exactly. So when you come, you'll see.
Okay.
The tasting room is incredible. It's not huge, but we do have a beer garden that can hold up to 200 people.
Oh,
so
all right.
that's
Jesus.
And I guess that came about when COVID came. You had to
Exactly.
do something.
Did that help or what?
I am from a country where everybody used to live outside.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, and in the U.S. people kind of live inside. So,
Yep.
you know, that kind of drove us to do this kind of stuff, to stay outside.
Okay.
You know, and enjoy more
good
life.
idea.
Yeah.
Sure.
You know.
I mean, even in forget about COVID times, I love going to brewery and sitting outside, especially if it's a
definitely.
day like today. Ooh.
Oh yeah, no, it's always great to sit outside and sip a beer.
So what are you guys pouring today? What's on tap?
We're pouring National Emergency. This is
Okay.
one of our political beer.
Okay.
So remember, 2 years ago we had tons of political beer.
Yeah.
We brewed that one when the president declared national emergency.
Okay.
We thought it was very urgent to get that to the people.
Get
So,
paid.
you know, we also made a beer called the Mueller Report. When the when the report started,
Okay.
we was waiting at the end of the report to release that beer, and it lasted 2 years.
Wow.
So we ended up releasing the.
You gotta keep doing it.
We-
As long as that thing was relevant, it's time to do it.
We released the non-redacted version of that beer.
Great idea. Jesus.
And also, it was when there was naming Justice Kavanaugh, we made a beer sweet and sour to reflect the face of Justice Kavanaugh.
I love these. I love these names, brother.
That's
Yeah,
great.
well,
Holy crap! I love them.
We had a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun.
You
It was-
know what? You have to.
You have to have
You
that.
really do.
You have to have
in
fun.
the brewing, because a lot of people don't understand. In the brewing industry, it's a lot of hard work.
It is a
Your
lot of
heart
hard
and soul goes into it,
Oh, definitely.
and you know, if something goes wrong,
Yes.
you have to deal with it.
You have to deal with it. Yeah,
And
definitely.
all the people know is they want to drink the beer.
No, absolutely. And
So
I was having that conversation with my wife this morning about this type of review that people take the time to sit down and say bad thing about
Yes.
about a brewer or a beer.
Yeah.
You know, nonsense.
But you know what? It's because they're behind the screen
Yeah.
or a phone, and they're not in front of your face.
Exactly.
And they will say, I mean, I've had it happen. You know, someone rated one of our beers, and the description was, it had a really beer aftertaste.
Yeah, I knew that would get him.
Well, what the hell else do you expect it to be?
Exactly.
Water? I can see if you said it's got a real watery taste. Okay, what was wrong? What was? but
Yeah.
It had a beery aftertaste. I'm like, you got me now.
Yeah.
Exactly. And beer is made, you know,
It tastes like beer.
you
It's crazy.
you have to be willing to travel.
Yes.
Yes.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
You recommend people, you can travel in food, travel in music,
Yep.
travel in beer.
Yeah.
You know, if you don't like that beer, you go to the other
Yeah,
brewery.
yeah.
That's why all of us are different.
Yeah.
So that's the reason why.
And,
So-
and that's why craft beer is craft beer.
Exactly.
Because every brewer
Yep.
has his own idea of what he wants
That's what
the
it is.
flavor of that beer to be.
I mean, if we could, if it's about to talk about, you know, what people say about beer, we would never end the day here.
without
It's
a
just
doubt.
crazy. I made one time a smoked beer, and people ask me, how do you come about smoking that beer?
Yeah.
I'm like, you literally don't have to smoke a beer. There's
It's a liquid smoke.
There's a malt called peanut malt.
Yeah, yeah. And it's funny. We actually were over by a brewery, Bucket Brigade, and he had this Scotch ale, and it had a smoky flavor.
Yeah.
But he, you know, they don't smoke the malt.
That's what it
The
is.
malt itself.
The malt itself
imparted
smokes.
that flavor.
That's what it is. Yeah, it's a very interesting world.
How do
know?
you smoke that malt? Well, I put it in, and that's about it.
Very interesting world. It's just incredible.
Do you get an opportunity at the brewery to sit and talk with people about what you're doing? And again, it's such a fast-paced business. You're always hardworking. Do you ever get those moments to just sit and kind of hang with people?
It's sometime.
Okay.
Sometime you can sit down and have that conversation when it's, on a downtime.
Yeah,
you
sure.
can probably do that, but we're constantly busy. I'm constantly brewing.
And that's the thing.
Yes.
People always want to talk to you when you're the busiest.
When you're the busiest. That's
Hey,
what
by
it
the
is.
way,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, but I need
He's
you
got
to
a
do
green
this.
bag over his shoulder. They're like, can I talk to you like this? Really?
I had to tell people, I'm carbonating the beer. I have to stay focused.
Yes.
There you go.
I can't, this is the wife. So she's the head of the business. So
We actually we spoke for a hot moment yesterday.
yeah,
Saying from Freeport.
exactly.
Yeah.
I'm the next town over. I live in Merrick. I know Freeport very well. My daughter, I'm so proud of her. She's a teacher in Freeport High School.
Yeah.
She's a high school teacher. She teaches special education,
That's
history
amazing.
for her,
Yeah.
and she loves it.
Oh, no,
she loves
absolutely.
she loves the school district, the kids, and yeah.
I always have a lot of respect for teachers. I was a coach, a soccer coach.
There you go.
There you go.
And a teacher is like a parent with
Yes.
150 kids.
Without a doubt.
So imagine that.
How different is it? And speaking of soccer, how different is it in America with the popularity of soccer?
It is very, very different.
Yeah.
But kids are starting to love this type of sports because television and all these type of things. So
And streaming and internet, and you can
streaming,
get pretty much
yeah.
any game you want.
It's very different.
What's your favorite league?
I used to play professional, I
Really?
should say, but
Okay.
I don't have a favorite league.
Okay.
I love players.
Okay.
Most of the players.
What's your favorite player?
Some of my favorite players depend on the position,
Okay.
defense and midfielders.
Sure.
Yeah.
Some of my best midfielder is Kanté.
Okay.
He's from France, and the best attacker is from France as well. So they're all young and incredible.
You like the World Cup? World Cup is like
Absolutely.
game time, right?
World Cup
Yeah.
is one of the best thing ever. You got the whole world gathered in one
Oh, my
place
God, yes.
to compete to play one single sport.
Sure.
That is what. It's amazing. It's amazing.
Any of the like American sports that you picked up on? Was it? Did you like baseball? You pick up on baseball or football or anything like that?
I love. All the sports are kind of like. Sometimes when I teach a goalkeeper how to focus on a ball,
Yeah.
I try to show him how the pitcher throw the ball, and then the hitter have to wait on that fast ball coming and try to hit that.
Yeah.
They're kind of similar. Even I teach goalkeeper also have to move fast on the base of tennis ball.
Oh, okay.
The tennis player,
Yeah.
the ball is coming at 50 miles an hour.
Sure. Yeah.
In terms of baseball, the ball is coming up. The hitter hit that and go 150 miles, or sometimes the pitcher throw that 100 miles an hour, 99. But they're all similar.
Yeah.
They're all similar.
The level of focus
The
needed.
level of focus needed
Yeah.
for each one of the sports is completely similar.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, definitely.
I want to give you an opportunity to plug and promote first. Do you have any other events coming up in the near future?
We have a lot of events. We
Yeah.
have the Pride Month coming. That's
Yeah.
why they call us the community brewery.
Okay.
We have the Pride Month coming.
Yeah.
And next week, we expected 20,000 people.
Wow.
And it's going to be wild. We're the one that pouring the beer. We have also the Jazz Festival coming up in July.
Oh, that's cool. This,
We're
Chaz does. Yeah.
going to be making that beer as well.
Awesome.
So,
They keep you busy.
yeah, it's
They're keeping you busy.
this is vacation for me.
Yeah, I was gonna-
So I'm enjoying myself.
Well, it's good problems to have. For
Okay.
Sure.
It is.
I want to know
It is.
who came up with the idea of the garbage can.
That's me.
It was you.
We,
When you reeled it down, I'm like, that's one of the smartest ideas I've ever seen.
Well-
You throw the ice in it, it's on wheels, and you just drag it to where you need
You
it,
got
Yeah.
the
and
you got the vent
taps
on the
right there.
vent at the bottom. Let the
Right.
water flow out.
Listen, I've been to many festivals. It's a hard time at the end of the day to collect everything and leave.
Yep.
So I had this garbage can sitting there, and I'm like, well, let's turn that to a kegerator. And that's what we did.
And you fit in 4 slims in there.
It can fit 5.
Five?
Can fit 5 keg.
That's
Five,
awesome.
5, 6, yeah. 5, 6.
There are people.
Yeah.
There's some
Okay, I see
ingenuity
it.
going
I
on
see it.
around here. We saw another one of our friends. They had like these collapsible mesh
Yes.
holders, but it's a brilliant idea. It's all in one. Done.
And again, you had it.
That's what it is. Brewers have to come up with some
Yeah.
ideas.
Yes.
It's
Yes,
very
they
important.
do.
I'm looking around. Everybody's I mean, these people are masters in what they do.
Yeah.
It's just incredible.
Yeah.
Just by tasting the beer, I was talking to a brewer here. I had to congratulate him because it's a hard work. People have no idea.
Yep.
And then when you see somebody sitting behind and try to criticize what this guy do, try brewing for a
you
day.
try that.
Yeah.
Try it.
See how long it takes for your back to give out.
Exactly.
It's pretty much
You
worth
gotta
it.
appreciate the people that make the beer. I mean, I tip my hat to any brewer.
Yep.
Because it's a lot of work.
And a lot of your heart and soul and your whole
without
livelihood. I mean, pretty much in the end.
Yeah.
Leo, thanks a lot for coming and hang out, man.
Yes,
thank
we're
you
gonna
so much.
We're gonna come over and drink some beer right now.
Absolutely. Come on over.
So if you want to get in touch with Montclair Brewery, go to Montclair Brew on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, any of that.
Right.
And what's the location, address?
We're right on
operating
Walnut
hours?
Street, right by the train station.
Okay.
Yeah, you take the train station, you take the train, you get off on Walnut,
Yeah.
and the brewery's right there.
Is that Amtrak?
Yeah.
Oh, man,
Jesus.
Yeah, you gotta love that.
Yeah.
You just the transit.
You gotta love that.
Just the transit and come off. The brewery's
Come,
right there.
drink, get back on the train, go home.
And listen to some music.
Yeah.
Oh, there you
Jazz
go.
festival I'd be into. That's
you
really
go.
cool. Leo,
Yep.
thank you very much, Montclair
Thanks for
Brewery.
having me, yeah.
Check them out.
Thank you so
This will
much.
work with Mike, Pete, and Steve, GovsRadio.com, and we'll be right back after this.
Yep.
Govs Radio.
This is the Wort on Govs Radio.
Yeah,
This is The Wort with Mike, Pete, and Steve, GovsRadio.com. We are live here, day 2 on Bader Field in Atlantic City, New Jersey, AC Beer Fest 2022. We're going to have a great time today. We had a great time yesterday, and
I
especially
guess I
last
did.
night, but we're going to get into
I
that.
guess I did. I don't know.
We'll do we'll go back and do the
Back in
intros.
time?
Yeah, and get Tom on and just tell stories about last night.
Oh, boy.
Great time. We have Kurt and Carl right here in the tent with us from Bucket Brigade. We had them on the show a few months ago.
Yes.
Had a great time with you guys. How did yesterday go?
Yesterday was, we've been here 6 years now. We've been coming to Beer Fest, and yesterday was the most I poured ever.
Yeah.
And I happened to be by myself because he had a band gig. Kurt's in a rock band, so he had to
yeah.
go. So
Goddamn.
I was blown away. I thought for sure I'd be sitting in the chair all the way at the end down there by the reefers. Nobody would be there.
Yeah. No.
So you guys
Yeah.
saw it. It was
Yeah.
insane, wasn't
Yeah.
it?
We swung by, I'm going to say like 4 o'clock?
Yeah.
4 or 5 o'clock? Yeah, not more like 4 because they were shut down at 5, right? So we passed by. I was like, let's go get a beer. The line was, and I didn't want to bother you because I saw that line. And I said to you, you're by yourself? And he goes, yeah.
Yeah.
You look like Lucille Ball in the Chocolate Factory. Just get him out.
You
get
were
him out.
just. We felt so bad too because we were like, yeah, we'd like to talk about your fucking band tonight over there.
In the weeds, as they say.
Yeah, we're looking at the fire truck you guys brought, and we're like, oh, that's the truck, man. Oh, we get to see it.
I got one break. A friend of ours came. He happened to be here, and he said, "Yo, I'll pour for you real quick." Only because a lady said, "I'll give you $50 for 2 shirts if you blow the siren and horn." I went, "Okay." So I went up, and then I had other ones. I'll show you this. I'll do that, and they wanted the horn and siren.
And once you get the tours going,
yeah, and we don't need beads. The truck does itself.
You had the mask back there. You see, topless girl with a mask on. You guys, we had you on. We had a great time. I'm excited to get some beer today from you.
Yeah.
Hopefully, we'll get there early enough, then we don't have to deal with the lines. We'll run there first, maybe right after this. We'll go back with you.
Sure.
Tell us a little about what's going on with the brewery. How are things now as the season's kicking up?
So I think
And,
the last time we talked to you, we were in the midst of getting the new system. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's right.
So the new system's up and running. We did our
Oh,
first
nice.
6 batches of beer on it. It's so efficient. It's all got pneumatic valves. It's top of the line, state of the art.
So right now you're spoiled.
Well, he is. Well, I'm spoiled.
Yeah.
He
There
is.
you go.
You doing double brew days?
Not yet. So
No,
we're
alright.
still working on, curtailing all the ins and outs.
Sure.
Of it,
Yeah. There's still some
Dialing it in.
calculations that have to
Yeah.
be done. You know what I mean? We had to modify a couple things here and there because the system we had wasn't as efficient as this
Sure.
one. So, but the beers are really close. And actually, to be honest with you, and this is the first time I told Kurt I don't want to pump his head up, but I think they're actually better.
There you go.
I mean,
Up in
honestly,
the game.
Yeah, the system's great.
After I sat and did all the math and got all the recipes right.
I was just about to say. So you'd have to now upscale things and get the
Yeah.
proportions.
I was
correct.
showing the fire truck off.
Somebody has to. Somebody's got to blow the fucking horn and ring the bell.
No. That's toot his horn.
Oh, toot his horn.
Now, what was the
But
first?
he's got the fuzzy dice.
Yeah.
Oh, wait
What
a
was
minute.
He always the
What
boss
was the
says something.
first batch you guys did on the system?
So the first batch we did on the system was something simple, just in case that we wanted to get it right. It was just a smash beer, which is just a Pilsner and light grains, you know what I mean? Just so we could figure it out and see what was going on. Then we wound up taking blueberries and lime and putting it in it, and became a smash hit, really.
Oh, cool.
So they drank it up within 2 weeks. It's gone.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
So
Nice.
I got to make it again.
Are
There you
guys
go.
So we made 7 barrels of it. In 2 weeks, it's gone. Now we're going to make 14 barrels of it. It's just-
well, you're gonna need to. The popular.
No. I'm going to make 14.
Oh,
What's this
there
weird
we go.
shit? We don't need that.
Now, this beer, is it going to be just available in the tasting room, or are you guys going to distribute it?
For now, it's going to be in the tasting room.
Okay.
But if it continues to go the way it's going, I think it'll probably get canned
Cool. Cool.
down the line.
And you guys were told you have to get like a canning line eventually. I think, right?
Well, I think what we're going to do is we're going to go with one of the come down and can Iron
Yep.
Hearts or
Yeah.
try. I can't
Malt
remember
Man.
the name.
Got to use Malt
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
Malt Man. They go tri-state area. Friends of ours. Awesome job. Your loss is minimal. When I was using those guys, if I lost a 4-pack total, that was it.
Really?
And yeah,
That's really good.
They do.
Yeah.
They'll take, as they're canning, they'll take one of the cans and they'll do a DO on it to see,
Really?
what you dissolve oxygen. Before you even put it in, they'll take a reading of your beer and see the DO in it before they actually put it in the
And
can.
they'll come all the way down from New York to do it?
They will do
oh
it.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah, for sure.
Sweet.
Yeah. Malt Man.
When
Malt
we're
Malt
done
Man
here, you have to
canning.
give me the info.
Yeah.
I will definitely do that, man.
We'll just say John Green.
Well,
and then we'll
yeah,
go from there.
yeah, John and Pete,
Yeah.
and they do a fantastic job. And they come in, trailer, they roll it right off, roll it right into your brewery. They'll clean everything up that they do, take all the pallets, whatever it is, and it's like they were never there when they're
So
done.
we just supply the labels?
You supply the labels. They have the full labeling machine, and obviously
wet label?
Um,
Right on there.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. They actually they'll do other tests on it if you want. Obviously, it's a price, but the DO they do because they want to make sure that the product
and
that
that's
they're
all,
canning is
that's
going to
all
be
in the price.
all in the price, man.
Oh, that's their name on there too.
Yeah.
So,
Exactly.
And that's exactly what it is. Their name. If that beer goes bad on the shelf, that's a reflection on them,
And they do
whether it's them or not.
a lot of the repeat business too. So that's why they want to keep their name there. They'll get the networking. People tell other people
I mean,
about
they,
it.
they go all the way upstate New York. They go down. I've seen them all the way down to Maryland.
Yeah.
They will travel. And again, it's their name on, so they're going to do a good job for you. And again, for me, it was the loss. There was, we had. I'm not going to mention any names, but we had a canner come in before them, and we lost cases. Like, low fills, seams were bad. Like, what? These guys came in?
couldn't dial the machine in right.
So you fed the neighborhood.
Bro, yeah. all my friends, all the guys at work, they're like, yeah, here's the low fills, let's take them, get the fuck out of here. And drink them now, drink them today.
Yeah.
But yeah, they came in, I literally, if I lost a 4-pack of low fills, that was a lot.
Yeah, that's good.
So, yeah, they are definitely a way to go. And I will definitely give you the info after we're off.
Yeah.
appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah. So you guys have been dialing in this system. You got stuff in the tanks right now?
No,
Okay.
because I just took everything out because it was the first round, and then we wound up having to come here, and we had some other things to do. So this week,
So
now
this week would be
tomorrow
start off.
again.
Tomorrow we start
Just
back.
go right back
But
into it.
the thing is, I'm making triple the amount of beer I was making before, so now the cooler's still full. You know what I mean? It's like I'm not used to that. You
Yeah.
know?
Well, it's a domino effect. You increase one thing, now you realize, oh, now I got another problem to deal with and solve, I guess.
Yeah.
Do they do outside coolers? Can you get like a cooler
Sure.
trailer?
Sure.
Yeah, like rentals and stuff
Actually,
like
Grace El Bay has that.
that. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's
Yeah.
nice. Well, that's something to think about. What's going to be the next beer that's going in tomorrow?
Then the next beer will be the lime probably.
you're going to do
there
it
we go.
do it all over again. Tell us a little bit about that.
So
You said it was
it's
Pilsner.
It's a recipe that we made in the past.
Okay.
A lot of our beer drinkers are more light drinkers. Let's get to the bottom line here. You know what I mean? They're an older crowd, so they want something light.
The firemen.
Yeah, fireman. Yeah, there you go.
So I made just Pilsner malt and Hallertauer hops, something simple that they could drink.
Sure.
And so I was making that because it was an easy, like I told you, if we messed it up, it didn't matter. You know what I mean?
True. And it wasn't
then,
a huge overhead expense that if it did mess up, we're like, all right,
and
fine,
I had the grains there, you know what I mean, anyway, so we'd already paid for them. And my nephew, his son, is helping me out. He worked in, what was the name of that?
Tailgate Brewery in Nashville.
Oh, cool.
Oh, that's cool.
So he got a good education there for the last 8 months that he was there.
Right.
And he's like, Uncle Kurt, you have this lime in there and this blueberry, what do you? I said, Carl, you want to throw it in there? Throw it in there. What's the difference? You got nothing to lose, you know. And here, people are like, blah, 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 So now
are you pouring that here today?
No, we don't have today.
What are you pouring?
We have a Hefeweizen, I have a Scottish Ale,
Nice.
The Liberty Bell Ale.
Liberty Bell Ale, which is a takeoff of my idea of what I think the Ballantine beer tastes like.
Oh, okay.
And our ESB.
And an ESB.
Bro, those are all fucking my favorites.
Yeah.
I'm not even kidding. Hefeweizen, Scotch Ale.
I do go right up and down the line.
But we figure everybody brings IPAs, so we want to be a little different.
For sure. We saw a couple
That might be
people
why the
yesterday.
line was so big. I don't know.
You know what? Every majority of the breweries had obviously a hazy IPA and a sour.
Yeah.
Everyone we went to.
But we found out coming to these things in the summer, people want something lighter because it's hot.
Yeah, man.
And we've always had a line like that because people are like, oh my God, you guys it's great beer, because they're tired of the heavy stuff,
Yeah.
Get over that.
What we drank? We drank 11.5%
barrel-aged.
barrel-aged stout yesterday.
Well, that sounds good, though. Who had
That's
that?
delicious.
It was a Zigmeister.
Zigmeister.
okay. Well,
And
check them
then
out.
they had a black IPA over at Pinelands.
Yes.
We left that home. We had one, too, but we left it at home.
Black IPA.
That would have been the trifecta for me, man.
So the Scottish Ale is my idea what I think Scottish people would drink or English people, and it has a roasty, kind of smoky, chocolatey,
nice.
flavor to it, and people love it. I mean, the Icona that we've sold it to them for how long now?
Oh, it's 3 years now.
They won't get any other beer. People
But
drink
it's
it
not
up.
a wee heavy. It's low ABV. It's like 5.2
okay.
or something
Easy
like
drinking.
that. And then we're going to take and put it in a bourbon barrel and jack it up and wee heavy it up a little more.
Of course you are.
This is all making me very thirsty. Gentlemen, really appreciate you coming on the show. We're going to have a great day. The weather's perfect. Sun is shining.
Little windy.
You have two of you today, so you can actually go to the bathroom. Kurt and Carl, really appreciate it. Bucket Brigade Brewery, check them out on Instagram, Facebook, and all the other social media. Anything else coming up, big events?
We'll be taking the fire truck around to some fire places and some other breweries. Fire companies are having festivals, so they want the fire truck.
Got the National Fallen Firefighters.
September 16th, the National Fallen Firefighter Association called us and down at the Wildwood Fireman Convention. They want us there, and they're talking about possibly a tap takeover and 1,000 people.
That's awesome.
Maybe making a special can and a beer for them. There's all kinds of things
that'd be a
going
good
on.
collab, yeah.
So we got some things brewing.
Awesome. Thanks a
No
lot,
pun
guys.
intended.
I was just going to say, boom-ps.
Get some fire. Thanks a lot. Really
Thanks,
appreciate
guys.
it.
We
This is
appreciate
the
it, too.
This is where we're Mike P and Steve, GubsRadio.com, live here on Baderfield in the heart of Atlantic City. AC Beer Fest 2022. We'll be right back after this.
Govs Radio.
You're listening to Govs Radio, streaming live 24/7. Visit GubsRadio.com for our show schedule and upcoming studio events.
This is The Word with Mike, Pete, and Steve, GubsRadio.com, live here at AC Beer Fest 2022 on Baderfield in the heart of Atlantic City, New Jersey. We have in the house our buddies, our returning champs to the podcast tent. We got Four Nonsense. We have Andrew. We have Tom, and we have James, who we're finally meeting the third brother, the trifecta.
The trifecta's here.
Boom. What's going on, guys? How are you?
Doing good.
Yeah,
Good.
James, good to see you. Good to meet you.
Same.
Always having gigs before you come to. Well, these guys
Yeah.
lugging everything.
We've
They're like,
been doing all the work.
It's been kind of sad because they text me like all these great pictures and I'm just like sitting there like, oh man, I could be there.
So let's talk about it. You guys have again leveled up. New facility opened this year. It might have been 2021.
October we opened the new space.
But it was since we've last seen you. Yes.
Yes.
Tell us how that all went. Give us the update on all that stuff. You guys just pass the mic back and forth. Otherwise, it's a lot of background noise the way it is.
So it's twice what we used to have. So we're at about just under 5,000 square feet.
The best part of it, though, is it's all on one floor.
Yeah, there we go.
We used to, the cold storage was in the basement of our old spot, and the brew house was on the first floor, so we'd have to fill up kegs and take them down a flight of stairs. And then during canning, we would have to carry each case down the stairs.
Oh, my God.
And we would get grain deliveries, and we would have to carry it in one bag at a time.
Okay.
Down a small flight of stairs in the back of the building, and then use a hand cart to get it inside. So all of that is gone, which is great. So it's
All
one
right,
floor.
who is the poor sucker that was doing that?
Me.
Because
Me.
it's always that one poor soul.
Yep, it
I
was
did
me.
notice his forearms and his back just looked strong like an ox.
Yeah, right. And then I'm just gonna take the hat off. It's not working.
Yeah, it's the calves too, by the way. I just want to throw it out there.
Yeah.
Throw you all the pleasantries as possible.
There we go.
So yeah, the new space is twice the size.
Yeah.
We seat about 90.
Okay.
And we have a beer garden for real this time.
98.
Yes.
98.
Gotta go by the placard on the wall there.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, and it's great.
That's awesome.
We've upped the system a little bit, so we're producing more.
So what were you working with?
We
Remind me.
had a 5-barrel. We still have the same brew house side,
Right.
But we have, when we moved, we got a larger mash tun, so we can do bigger beers in one go. And we have a 15-barrel fermenter. We just ordered a second that should be here in a couple weeks, hopefully. So we could be pushing out more with that, hopefully right by Oktoberfest season.
Yes.
So we'll start
baby.
that out because that'll take up a lot of space.
Sure.
But yeah, no, it's been great.
Better question. How's the dog?
Yeah, Lola's doing great.
Because Lola looks just like mine. I know we've had this
Yeah.
discussion.
Yeah.
I'll show you new pictures.
Yeah.
I had the can still. I kept the can from you gave us
nice.
some last year.
Yeah.
And I have it up on like just a couple of cans that I keep around. But I forgot to tell my wife. So I think it was only like a few weeks ago.
Why would you tell her anyway?
It's true. She doesn't need to know anything. A few weeks ago, I was in the basement and I saw the can. I'm like, I don't think I ever told my wife about it. I said, look at this. They're like, how'd Maeve get on the car? I said, I told you. Looks just like her.
Yeah.
Brewdog hanging out there a lot, or
Yeah, not Randolph is a little still not great
Okay.
with dogs. Only service dogs are allowed inside. All dogs allowed outside.
Okay.
But we'll see. We'll
Now,
see what we
Randolph,
can
get your shit together.
Yeah.
To be fair,
Yeah.
Adrian mentioned in his office, he's got his desk, his chair, and he's got the dog bed right next to him. He's all set.
Yeah.
So you guys are you guys serving food at the new facility, or
only
just
de
doing
minimis
food trucks?
snacks.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
We say
that's-
BYOF.
Yeah.
There you go.
And you get food trucks coming through and everything as well.
Not yet.
Okay.
Randolph again is a little, if the food truck comes, they have to go through Randolph and get a permit and everything. Then it has to be an event. So that's been, we haven't done that yet.
Whole fucking Jersey event thing.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, are they ever going to change this fucking law?
Probably not.
Probably not. You are correct. Because the restaurants will not let that happen.
Yep.
Sad to say.
So new facility, some new gear.
Yes.
What about new beers?
So we have 16 taps.
16 taps.
We have yet to fill them all.
Oh, okay.
Unfortunately.
But still,
you got
We've
time.
gotten up to 14.
It's a good problem. The
It
beer's
is.
moving.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
We-
that is the key.
Yeah.
With that many taps, if you have a rotating selection, people want to come back because they want to see what the hell is new.
Yes.
If you have a stagnant tap list, your clientele drops off immediately.
We average 10 to 13.
Okay.
Depending on the week.
Do you have any guest taps or anything else you could fill them with, or is,
We don't, because they won't let us.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Okay, so what can you do? What's
Sell what we make.
Yeah, we sell beer,
Our beer. Yeah.
and that's it.
Now, did you guys get a canning line with the new facility?
We had one actually. We got
they
it
did.
right before COVID, a couple months before.
Okay.
We just happened to order it.
World's best timing on that.
Yeah, no shit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
We got it like maybe 8 months before COVID.
Wow.
And
Wow, that
did
really
add on
is
to
good
it,
fucking
though.
timing.
Yeah, we did add on to it.
Yeah, it's
so
modular.
It's a little
Okay.
more automated than it used to be. A little less hands-on, which is nice.
Okay.
So yeah, we've been turning out our own cans, which is great. We just got to, decide how many cases of what. We could do 5 if we want. We could do 50. So
Well,
it's really nice to be able to do that.
all I know is this. So everybody that's listening, we stopped over to you guys, and the first thing you gave me was this bluish purple looking liquid, and the First off, the color caught my eye immediately. Like I was like a cat looking at a laser, like just mesmerized by it.
You just wanted to play with it, didn't you?
And then I tasted it, and I think I told you, we've had several sours the last 2 days. That by far was the best sour here.
It was, absolutely. A lot of sour. Right? In fact, there's a sour right next door. We won't tell you who that is, but it is better than that. No offense.
That thing was, and again, I wish I drank the Mexican lager first because that was just as good. Yeah. But that sour was, it by far that was the one. I had a barrel-aged stout yesterday, and I was going with that was the best beer of this. Yep. That now it got drunk.
Session.
That one, that freaking.
Thank you. Yeah, it is a. It's called Love by Nonsense. It's a variant of our Lacto by Nonsense line. It is blue raspberry, cotton candy, and strawberry. 8%.
8% is what got me. When you said, I was like, all right, 6,
and that
5, 6.
I'm like, oh, was it like 4.5, 5?
The woman next to us was like 8%.
Oh yeah. Oh, it was
immediate
one of the guys that obviously is working with you is his fiance. And she was like, no, I'm not a rando, but I got to have that beer now.
Yeah. Well, I was out in line pouring it out of the pitcher, and some people, they were like, oh, yeah, okay. Then I say 8%, they're like, oh, I need that.
I can get drunk, feel refreshed, much quicker than usual. That's fantastic.
It's the efficiency beer.
I want to ask you really quick before we get into more of the beers and what else you're pouring. Changes from last year to this year at AC Beer Fest. What have you noticed? What's the biggest differences? Good, bad, indifferent, anything like that?
I have to say I was worried about the 2 sessions. Okay. I was very worried and skeptical because I love this festival and I like Atlantic City, so I just want to keep coming. Yeah. But only if it's financially worth it.
Right.
But I don't think the 2 sessions hurt the turnout.
No.
We did really well yesterday.
Yeah. Yesterday was crazy.
Yesterday was. And we actually said it. If you look today, it's definitely subdued. It's a little, maybe because it's earlier. Yeah. But yesterday, from the moment these people came in, every brewery had lines.
Yes.
It was, and we had actually a hard time trying to get people on the show because we go to a brewery and they're just being killed. We can't go to them. And we go to another, and we can't go to them. We would have to go to breweries that had several people and try to pull one away.
And you guys like the new format with the shifting up of everything. I know you didn't get affected by that last year, but this layout and then
it's nice that everything's a little closer. Yeah, we were right at the opening last year, right where everyone came in. It's like the first hour we were slammed. Everybody comes in, wants to get a drink right away. And then once they moved past us, it was we got like 2 hours.
That's what we said.
Yeah. Until they all left. Then they were all drunk and wanted. Oh, what else do you have? One more. Come on.
We had our buddies from Long Island called Long Ireland. They were down the hallway here. The same thing. By the time 2 hours into the session, no one showed up. They just left and went and go and drank because there's no one coming down here. So what's the point? Alternate ending was over here. You guys were over here. I do remember that. Yeah. So it is a little better that way. You're getting a lot of people again seeing the brand. That's the whole point of coming to these, right?
Oh yeah. The layout is much better this time. Yeah. Plus, last year, I didn't even realize there were certain breweries here until late on Saturday night.
Right.
When I finally got to the far end, and I was like, how did anybody do this in 4 hours?
Yeah.
I've been here for 12, and I just found it. So, the new layout's great.
Yeah, and you like the outdoor versus indoor, or you can go either way?
The weather's been amazing this weekend.
Yeah, the weather definitely helped.
There have been a few people I've heard have lost tents.
We were almost one of them. You see that one right up there, bent a little bit, but did not break. Yes, that's the way this show is. We bend, but we don't break. But yeah, I mean, we got the weights and everything, thank God, and it's turned out to be awesome.
Yeah.
Other beers you're pouring, the Mexican lager, you got the sour.
La Colina, our Mexican lager.
Delicious, by the way.
The sour, we have our In Full Effect Hazy IPA, which is our flagship, and our Project Lola Pilsner, which is also a flagship.
Give me a little breakdown on that Mexican lager. It is beer. It is just beer.
Yep. Yeah. It is a kind of like a Vienna lager. It's a base of Vienna malt, corn in there to make it more, traditional Mexican style, and then it's just traditional European hops, just a clean bitterness and
keeping it real.
Beer, yeah.
And
beer flavored beer.
Pilsner's right around that same line, kind of just going simple and refreshing.
Pilsner is Pilsner malt and a little bit of Vienna malt, and that is it in the grain.
Wow.
Okay.
So nice and clean.
I got to go right past that. We were talking before over by the tent. All right, give us the lowdown on the sour. We were talking about a whole bunch of different things. What you guys used in it to get the color, to get the.
Yeah.
So let's kind of let.
Yeah. So the blue raspberry, we use blue raspberry compound out of Amaretti because obviously raspberries are not blue and don't exist in the world. So it is a natural ingredient, so it doesn't have any weird colorings or dyes or anything in it. They color it with beets. So if anyone's allergic to like red number whatever or yellow whatever they are, which some people are, you don't have to worry about that.
I remember feeling bad when I drank a Mountain Dew and I saw yellow 5.
Yeah.
And they're like, you're going to get sterile from that. I'm like, oh. I guess no more Mountain Dew for me.
Yeah.
Or way more Mountain Dew for me. Depends on how you look at it. Now, does the state make you label that if it has things like that in there? You have to put that on the label?
Yeah, the TTB will. Thomas knows more of that stuff.
Yeah, I deal with that. That's all the federal government. Yeah. You got to do recipe approval. If it's not, they got a list of traditional beer ingredients.
Yep.
Although we did a beer with chicory recently, and that was on the list. But like guava isn't.
All things.
Chicory.
But guava is.
Yeah.
The
They
amount of
got to
people-
update it.
Yeah. For sure.
I think it was 2015 they put it out.
There's been a lot of big adjuncts kind of making their way into the mainstream. What have you guys been using that has not been mainstream besides, going through those
Chicory.
Pop-Tarts.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that's
We've done a
approved.
few beers with Pop-Tarts.
I don't think that's approved.
What else have we done? Well, the chicory.
Strawberry Pop-Tarts
Red
with the
velvet
frosting?
cake.
We did. We did red velvet cake.
Red velvet cake.
We did one with fudge Pop-Tarts and one with the brown sugar cinnamon Pop-Tarts.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
We did a stout based on the spaghetti from the movie Elf. Yeah.
Thanks,
Maple
Mr.
syrup.
Narwhal.
Yeah, we called it Thanks Mr. Narwhal. It had maple syrup,
Buddy's breakfast stout.
maple syrup, fudge Pop-Tarts, M&Ms, marshmallows, chocolate, and maybe one or two other things that I'm not remembering.
That's awesome.
Come back next Christmas. Well, we should have that one again.
Yeah.
That sounds delicious.
We've done sweet potatoes, which actually that's normal pumpkins. Yeah.
We have Blind Bat by us did a sweet potato stout, I believe.
Yeah, we do that
And
every year at Thanksgiving.
It's good. It has like that sweet potato essence,
Yeah.
but that stout background. It's nice. It's a good beer.
We did a double batch this year and put half of it in barrels. So we'll have the normal one.
there we
Each
go.
year at Thanksgiving, we release another beer. And
So
I
you
want it
release
to
the prior
become
year's barrels, or are you saving it for multiple years as you?
No, I'll empty those for this year and then just refill new ones.
Right.
But I want to get to the point where I can sell you a case of beer and we could call it everything but the turkey. So we have the sweet potato pie stout.
Yeah.
We have a chestnut stuffing saison. We have a cranberry sauce sour, which is what started the whole thing.
Yep.
Okay.
And then this year we did we called it a mashed potatoes IPA, but it was just a heavy Idaho 7 IPA. Mashed potatoes.
Little play on
Yeah.
the words there.
It was called We're Having Mashed Potatoes, and mashed was an acronym for all of the hops we put in. What's the M hop? Can't remember. Oh, Motueka, I think.
Yeah.
Motueka, Azaka, Simcoe, or Sabra. I forget which I used. Honey, we put honey in it, and then El Dorado. So actually, no
Locally
Idaho
sourced
7.
honey.
That was my first thought. Yeah, my first idea was Idaho 7.
But also,
we just
all
did
the Thanksgiving beers are inspired by Bob's Burgers.
Yes, all named
So
after
they're all
Bob's
named
Burgers
after
lines.
Bob's Burgers.
That's awesome.
Lines, yeah.
Yeah.
How's the movie? I haven't seen it yet.
It was good.
Yeah, I gotta watch it. I heard it was good. I was like, all right, I'll give it a shot.
Yeah.
Gotta watch that one. You guys have been, obviously busy. Season's kicking up. Things are going well at the brewery. Big events coming up.
Yeah, we
Sour
have
stock.
Sour stock at the end of July.
Sour stock.
Yes.
Ah.
It is going to be a sour and music, I guess, festival.
Okay.
Where we're opening up the roll-up door and blowing out the side, and we'll have music.
Outdoor seating.
Yes.
Yes.
Careful with your use of blowouts.
When is that? You said end of July?
And last
Okay.
weekend in July.
Nice.
29th through 31st.
Yeah.
And you're gonna get people, other breweries are doing sours, or you're just gonna
No, it's just
bang
going
out
to be us
sours.
this year.
Wow.
Yeah, we're hoping for 8 to 12 sours on tap. We're going to do music Friday, 2 bands on Saturday, and then we have a sound system coming in on Sunday.
Okay.
That does vinyl DJ of reggae music.
That's cool.
Classic
Oh,
reggae.
shit.
Yeah, so that'll be fun.
Jeez, you guys had you have the ideas. This
Now we have
sour stock is a
Yeah.
great idea.
Yeah.
Towards the end of the year, like when we're getting into that, and you're going to do that, everything but the turkey kind of line up and all that. What else for the people that may not want that? Do you have? You still have your your core IPA?
We'll always
and
have
things like that.
Always have the core 4. So we have the Project Lola Pilsner, our Benedict Amber Trader Ale, which is just a straight ahead amber.
Yep, we've had that. Yeah.
We have our In Full Effect Hazy IPA, 6%. Drink a bunch of them, and then we have our Arnold's Tavern Porter, which is 5.1 or 5.4. I always get it mixed up with the amber, but just a straight ahead dark beer.
That's a cool porter, yeah. We had the amber. Amber's delicious.
Yeah.
Love a good amber. Every time we've had that. I think you poured that last year, maybe the year prior. Or
2 years, I think we had
19,
the amber.
right?
Yeah.
I remember that being like, oh, okay, now we got some ambers here.
Yeah.
We don't see that traditionally.
No.
You don't see ambers here.
No.
I don't think we've seen one.
No.
The stouts, we've seen porters, we've seen browns and stuff like that. But
Wasn't the amber also one of our first recipes?
Amber was actually, I think, the first recipe I ever made. My first all-grain recipe.
Yeah.
It's changed a lot since then, but that beer was still the first one. I used
meaning
to dry hop
you
it.
changed it, or
Yeah.
the concept has changed?
No, I just changed it. For whatever reason, I decided to dry hop it when I first made it, and that was, it was fine, but
It's fun. All the brewers that we have on, we'll talk after we get off, and they all say the same thing. Yeah, the beer is the beer, but I always want it to be better.
yeah, it's never good enough.
And that's what happens.
Yeah.
You're never satisfied. And people will be like, oh, what do you think of beer? Yeah, it's good.
yeah.
It can be better. It always can be better.
It can always be better.
But meanwhile, it's already a very, again, this sour. I can't, bro, that's going to stick with me for the whole day. I'm telling you, that really took me by surprise. I was, again, just, are you guys going to have that on tap in the tasting room? Are you gonna
No, that's this month only.
Jesus Christ, is killing me.
That
I want people to go.
We are canning it. It'll be in
there
cans
we
next
go.
week.
There we go. All right. So if anybody listens to this on our next,
it'll be next week.
It'll be next week.
Yep.
Just goddamn go to Fort Nonsense and get this beer, please.
Denville, New Jersey.
And when you get it,
Randolph, New Jersey.
Oh, that's right.
New
You moved
address
that
is
right. Get
Randolph.
the old shirt on.
When you get
it's
it,
an
just
old
stop by
shirt.
my house and drop a few off to me.
I know you said Randolph like 15 times before, and I just didn't stick. That didn't stick with me. I'll tell you that.
That did not.
You guys are going to have a number of things coming up. Tell us everything we need to know about the brewery, contact information, where to get that information about the events, things like that.
Best place is Facebook or Instagram.
Yep.
At Fort Nonsense Brewing, I think, on both of them. We also have a Twitter that we don't post on frequently.
You need it though.
Yeah.
Gotta have it.
Don't we also have a TikTok?
We have a TikTok.
Yeah.
that we've used,
You
like,
guys
twice.
have a TikTok.
Yeah, we've used it like twice. Just to get the name, really, just to solidify
Just,
that. Our website, FortNonsenseBrewing.com.
Yep.
But yeah, Facebook or Instagram, follow us.
Yeah.
Tap Room 220 Franklin Road in Randolph.
Yeah.
Yes, we're open Wednesday through Sunday.
Off Route 10, Route 46, easy to get to from both. If you're in North Jersey.
And the next big thing is
Sour Stock.
Sour Stock.
Our next
July.
big event is end of July.
Check them out. Fort Nonsense Brewing. Again, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Andrew, Tom, James. Good to meet you, brother. Got all the brothers in the house.
Yeah.
Really appreciate it. Anything before we get out of here? I know you want to say
I
something.
was just going to say, we do have trivia next week.
there you
next
go.
Thursday.
There we
Second
go.
Thursday of every month. Trivia
Second-
Revolution.
okay,
There we go.
Again, on their Instagram is probably you're very active there, so just check it out right there. Thanks a lot for being on, guys.
Yeah,
Thanks for
thank
having
you.
us, guys. This is the War with Mike Pete and Steve Gubbs, Radio.com, live here at AC Beer Fest 2022 in the heart of AC at Bader Field. We'll be right back after this.
You're listening to Govs Radio, internet radio versus whatever that alien shit is. Whose idea was this anyway?
This is The Word with Mike Pete and Steve Gubbs, Radio.com, live here at AC Beer Fest 2022 on Bader Field in the heart of Atlantic City, New Jersey. We are hanging with Coastal, John, and Matt. They are here. Delicious beer. We've been going back and forth more than once after we'll say this. yesterday was crazy, right?
Yesterday was crazy.
It was crazy. Not to say today wasn't, but not as crazy.
No.
So when we were walking around to get on the line to then have to be back here and do interviews and stuff like that, we were having a tough time, like really getting beer.
Sure.
Oh, people that we didn't know, because usually people we do know we can just run behind and catch on the side. But we were always walking past. I always gave it a little look yesterday. And I'm like, we'll try that out. I saw IPAs, so right up my alley. Today I had the opportunity. Stopped. Boom. Done. How are you guys? Let's first get a little bit of the background of the brewery. How did this start? How did this get going?
Because you guys are relatively new to the game.
These are literally.
The brewery's new to the game.
brewery's new to the game.
You have not been new to the game.
No, neither of us are. Yeah.
These are literally our first 2 beers.
Which is dumbfounding awesome.
Absolutely.
We had a tough choice trying to figure out what beers we were going to bring to the Brewfest. We're like, we'll bring both.
Let's bring both.
Bring the two that we actually have.
And that are really good.
Yes.
Even like I said to you before, Rick from Barrier next to us, I said, go over and try it. He goes, dude, that double dry hop was unbelievable.
Yeah.
You guys have both come from homebrew backgrounds, I assume, brewing at the house, brewing in the garage.
He's brewed a hell of a lot more than me. So.
I'm more the brewing side. John's more the sales side.
Oh, okay, good.
We've both kind of been in and out of the industry for at least 10 years. The beers right now we're doing contract brewing. We're brewing at Bolero. I actually contract brewed some of Bolero's beer at another brewery, so it's kind of a nice full circle kind of situation.
We had Scott on a couple of years ago.
Yep.
Scott. Scott's a great dude. Invited us for the opening. We couldn't make it. A couple
we were
years
there.
back. Yeah,
there you go.
Would have met you then. But Bolero's just class act.
We go way back with them. We've known Bob and Scott since before they were Bob and Scott.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
But it's I've been around. I've had recipes in my brew at probably about 7 or 8 different breweries in the state, and basically the whole concept is just to do really simple, really clean flavor. Don't trip yourself up.
Right.
That's what it is.
Yeah. And then that actually expresses itself. And I noticed somebody walking by, love the logo. Coastal Brewworks, just so simple but identifiable. I'm sure you guys took some time with this, right?
Yeah. Took a little while. Yeah. I've been in sales and marketing for craft breweries for 13, 14 years. So exactly. I've worked at a bunch of different breweries. I had another sales and marketing company for smaller breweries.
Okay.
So I've been doing it for a while. So he brews the beer, I sell the beer.
There you go. It's a good 1-2 punch.
I started life as a marine biologist.
Really?
So I literally spent 12 years of my life running around the world in a bathing suit, jumping in the water with sharks. So that's what I did.
Well, we all know that leads right to being a brewer.
Yeah.
Absolutely. How it happens.
Well, it's when you're spending tons of time out on a boat, alcoholism just kind of goes with it. So that's what it's like science, equipment, alcohol, load the boat up. All right, we got this.
And we got
good to go.
I need beer strength to jump in the water with sharks. That's for sure.
So when we were thinking up concepts for the brewery, I said, I want to do something where I can bring some of my marine biology background in, and again, building sandcastle, Trojan seahorse, which I think is a cool play on words. We can have a lot of different kind of concepts.
Speaking of Trojan.
Yeah.
Sorry, Trojan. I should have grabbed you before. Thank you.
Go.
But we will have a lot of very beachy, marine themed kind of things. That I definitely want to do a beer called Manatee Rodeo at some point. And
Manatee Rodeo.
Manatee Rodeo. Yeah.
So
that's
little
coming.
stuff like that.
It's coming down the pipe.
Yeah,
awesome.
That alone leads to a lot of things. I like the whole. I got a visual right now.
Exactly.
Now you guys are in Monmouth. Where specifically are you?
So we're going to say we're not going to announce exactly where we are just yet.
Or where you think?
We know where we're going to be. The building that we are going to be in is in a commercial sale. It is not finalized yet. As soon as we sign actual paperwork and it's a completely done deal, we're going to make the announcement.
Okay. So for right now, it's just
Monmouth.
Contract and packaging and putting it out there.
We will be in Monmouth County. We are hoping to get doors open probably around February of next year.
Oh, that's ambitious.
So
I'm not saying you won't, but that's.
Well, we have a pretty good timeline. We should be getting equipment in November-ish, and we all know,
it's already ordered.
ABC is not going to probably come and inspect us in December.
Yeah,
just that's the way that
holidays.
goes.
It's
the holidays.
We'll come in January, so
we'll probably get an inspection done in January. We'll need a couple weeks to put some beers through and have some stock.
and then hopefully mid to late February we throw the doors open.
The good thing is with contracting now, when you do open, you'll have some beer almost immediately, as much as you'd be dialing in your system and stuff like that.
Yeah, but if it's contracted, we're not allowed to sell that in our brewery.
We can't yet.
Right now.
What?
We cannot sell. Yeah,
Yeah.
the beer that gets brewed at a contract facility can only be distributed. That's it. So we'll have to. So we'll continue to brew these beers for distro at Bolero.
Got it.
But we'll have to rebrew these beers in house for the tap room.
They do have a proposal, I think, being sent to the New Jersey legislature to address that. But
that seems ridiculous.
You
make the beer. I mean, it's your brand.
It's one of those things though that it's being proposed.
Right.
Who knows how long it'll
yet.
actually take to go through the whole pipe?
And
so
the thing too is we actually the radio show we talk to and we actually love a lot of the Jersey breweries here.
Yeah. Sure.
Even though we're based in New York,
as do we.
And there you go. See?
No,
we have something in common now.
It's a family.
We have something in common.
This industry is unlike any other industry. Everybody is like this.
Let me
and anybody listening that can't see me, I'm putting my hands.
There you go. I owned a brewery for 7 years on Long Island, and there were a lot of hoops and shit that you go through, but the legislation that is here in Jersey is absurd.
Yeah.
I swear to God,
it definitely needs to be
every single brewery we talk to, there is something fucking wrong with the legislation. And we actually just found out today, we thought they got rid of the events. You're only allowed one event a month. If you turn the TV on, it's an event.
It's an event.
And no, that's still there.
Well, but wait, you can only turn the TV on if it's for certain things. You can't show You can't even show everything on TV.
Right. You cannot show any championship sport.
Anything.
Yeah. You can show sporting events. You can't show championship sporting events. So, for instance,
playoffs.
When the Winter Olympics were on,
those are championship.
When the silver medal round for curling could not be televised. It's a medal event.
See, that's absurd beyond absurd.
That's anti-American right there.
There's got to be some common sense. I would almost just say, listen, if I can have a TV or I can't.
Right.
If I have a TV,
give me everything.
What's on it is, or I can have a TV that that it has to be X amount of inches, exactly, and no bigger than that.
Now, I don't know if we went over this with any of the other, but say you had music playing. Is that considered?
No, that's not considered.
Okay.
Live music is considered.
Live music is an event.
We have a jukebox or Spotify going on. That's fine.
But with that though, BMI is going to be like, well, you're playing music, so we.
You're going to call from ASCAP and BMI.
Oh, without a doubt.
Yes. Within hours of
it's
the first time you turn it on.
You said you had the equipment on order. What are you guys looking for?
Fuck that little guy.
Well, the other way to do it is to actually make sure you pay for what you're putting on.
Yes.
So if you pay a service for what you're turning on in the brewery, you're covered. You're not playing your own music.
We use their licensing.
It's their licensing.
We used to do BMI, not BMI. We used to do Pandora Business, and when ASCAP and BMI heard that, they were like, "Well, you can't have live music." Okay, relax. We're not going to have live music. We're playing, streamed music. Relax. Well, just letting you know. Okay, I'm sorry I'm not giving you the money, but you're going to get it from Pandora. Relax yourself.
Oh, it's crazy with them because I ran a bar in a former life.
Oh, there you go.
And I can't tell you how many times BMI, ASCAP a little bit, but BMI more so than ASCAP, would call up, "Oh, you're having live music, you got to pay the licensing." I mean, it's not the music. It's not the artist that recorded it coming in and playing. It's an acoustic guy with one guitar singing a song. You know what? It's not.
Common sense again shall reign. It makes no sense.
Hopefully, we'll get there. Hopefully, one of these decades.
One of these days.
What I was saying is, you guys have the equipment on order. What's your brew house going to look like?
So, we're going to have 2 brew houses.
Oh.
So we're looking at a 3.5 barrel system and a 15 barrel system.
Pilot, in-house, wonderful stuff that you can only get at the brewery.
I mean, some of it is honestly, again, right now in the way the world is, the delivery times on things are absurd. So we just want to get the 3.5 barrel system in and get the doors open.
Right. Yep.
It'll probably be another 1.5 years before the other system gets delivered.
Same company or different company?
Same company.
Okay.
Same company. It's the nature of the beast, the way everything is.
What did you guys go with?
So we're with Fraunhofer Crawford Design from upstate New York. Common Roots, you know that brewery? That they're like kind of the show floor.
Absolutely,
but one of the things
they're great up there. They're everything. Everything they do. And they're great people.
One is it's all custom.
Yeah.
So I can tailor the system a little bit to exactly what parameters I want. Two is they're not getting the stuff from China. They are actually taking steel and rolling it and making the tanks themselves.
2 vessel, 3 vessel.
For the smaller system, probably just 2 vessel. The bigger system probably going to be a 3 vessel.
Okay,
so,
very cool.
Nice.
Yeah, and we'll have 3.5, 7, 15, and 30 barrel fermenters.
Scalable all the way up.
So I can actually move up or down from the 15 depending on what we want. If we want to do a big M stout and do couple different treatments or something, we have some flexibility. Cool. I want to have a lot of flexibility. Sure. I can do a little bit of anything, but
and that's the thing. A lot of breweries, they open up and they try to get what they can get just to open up.
Yeah.
Which you're doing it kind of the right way.
Yeah.
You don't want to in a year go, fuck, we should have
gotten something different.
Yeah, we just ran out of room and we can't.
I would rather wait several more months. If something screws up with that, I'd rather wait several more months for the equipment we want. The right stuff. Yeah.
Cool.
And we're still going to be doing distro even when we get the small system in. The small system will be mainly just for the tasting room, and to hit all the bars, liquor stores, and keep the beer flowing. We'll be still doing stuff with Bolero.
When you guys open up, how many taps you kind of looking at?
Somewhere between 12 and 18.
Okay.
Yeah. Nice size.
Yeah, for sure.
So we'll have some core beers.
Yeah, you have a core already.
Yeah.
So you have the 2 beers here.
We have 2 of those.
Ready to go.
There you go.
We're having a Vienna Lager. We'll be out for July 4th weekend.
It's called Awkward Tan Lines.
Yeah.
Tom, come here. Let's see your awkward tan line.
Yeah. Tom's got some awkward tan lines.
He got his tattoo yesterday, but then he's got.
He had it covered up.
He's got it. There you go.
That's great.
He's got the
Very awkward sunburn line. Actually.
Awkward sunburn line.
It's clean, but
Not tan.
Sunburn lines. He needs one of the awkward sunburn lines.
my first beer fest.
Tom, show where your thong was.
I'm good.
Yeah.
Put it away.
Sit down.
Yeah, I mean, so it's interesting because my real specialty is actually Belgian, like Trappist style beer.
Nice.
So I do a lot of that. Unfortunately, I don't think opening like Omegang in New Jersey would really be a way to go. I think that'd be a good way to go out of business pretty quick.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do a range of different beers. We're gonna have the hazies. We're gonna have some nice stouts. We're gonna have a coffee porter. It's gonna be one of our flagships.
And you can slowly phase in a lot of those Belgians.
Well,
and
I will have Belgians on. It's just that we're not going to do 30 barrels of it and try to get it out to distro.
Right.
We'll start with 3.5 barrels and then go up from there.
Yeah.
If a couple of batches of that at 3.5 kill, we'll move it to a 7 and then we'll go from there.
And that's the thing. If you're doing the Belgian style well, people are going to recognize that. Sure. And they will. You will know immediately. Like, hey, guess what? We need to have a one tap dedicated to what we're doing with that. Because it's flying.
Yeah. Well, one of the flagships, this is the only thing that is going to be a little bit different than probably most of the breweries, is I am going to have a Belgian like Patter's beer, an Abbey single, as one of our flagships. 4.3%, mostly Pilsner malt, but with a little bit of spice and from the esters, kind of the Monk's Lawnmower beer. That's what I want.
A lot
easy drinker.
A lot of breweries now, and it seems like across the states. Everybody's starting to gear towards lower ABV.
Yep.
Yeah.
At least 1 or 2 styles, low ABV. No matter what the style may be.
Yeah.
But just because one, a customer can drink more of it, and that get all messed up.
Sure.
And it's cheaper to produce because that low ABV.
Right, makes sense.
I mean, it's kind of nice. Yeah, it's kind of nice when you're in the back of the brew house. You don't want to be slamming Russian Imperial Stout all day while you're trying to make a beer. So, when you're done, when the brew is over,
you're done. Yeah, absolutely.
And the funny thing is, I've asked a couple brewers, and I know for myself, the whole staff. When it was a brew day, we drank nothing but water until we were doing our cleaning cycle.
Yep.
Once we had that going, all right, game's on. Let's go. What do we got?
Exactly.
So you guys brought 2 core beers Talk to us about these two.
And by the way, both are fucking awesome.
Thank you very much.
Home runs off the.
So I'll tell you what. We'll start with Sandcastle. So the name of the beer is Building Sandcastle. I snuck into the gate there by the main Sandcastle and put our 2 cans down. Took a couple pictures.
That is
Sent it to John
That's
Henderson.
awesome.
He's like, that was awesome. It looked really cool. I had to do it.
Hopefully he puts it up on the AC Beer Fest
that'd
site.
be cool.
The name of the beer is Building Sandcastles. It is a 5% heavily oated New England IPA with Sabro and Motet hops.
Heavily oated
And
for
you know
sure.
what? When I saw that, it was funny. I walked up. I'm like, Trojan. I'm like, not everybody.
That's
but
what I'm trying.
Galaxy, Citra, you see that, but you don't always see Sabro with Motueka. And I'm like, I gotta try that.
Yeah. So
that's
again,
the one I gotta try. And
coconut lime.
yeah, bro,
You know, that
we put the
coconut
lime in the
kind of
coconut.
combo. I mean, how do you beat that? So
And it was bright. It was like fresh.
he
I mean,
immediately said to
yeah.
me, he goes, "This is so bright.
Yeah.
it's just crisp as can
and not
be."
like lemon soury. No. It's just clean.
Yep.
that's what it's
about.
the exact. That is my favorite word when someone says something about my beer.
Yeah.
I want clean, simple, very straightforward flavor.
Yep.
You know,
Like, both of them,
And
hit
you
it.
can drink a
Yeah.
shit ton of that. 'Cause it's
Oh
delicious.
my God, yeah.
I've been
Now,
crushing it for
all right,
weeks.
So, so both of those beers available in cans right now?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Awesome.
And actually, I think the bulk of it is actually, John can speak to this, the bulk of it I think is actually going out this upcoming week.
Yeah, beer's been going out for the last couple of weeks, but leading up to Memorial Day, trucks were a lot full. So some beer got out last week after Memorial Day. It was a short week because everything got moved because of Memorial Day. So there's more stuff going out this week, but it's all over the state. It's to North Jersey, Central Jersey, South Jersey, up way Northwest Jersey. Most of the bigger stores either have it already or will have it this week. And there's a lot of beer on tap too.
What do you guys been producing at a Bolero? How much?
30 barrels.
30 barrels, so like 930 gallons.
Majority
roughly, so.
can?
Half and half.
Okay.
About half and half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
You know, and then again, it's to get the beer out, get eyeballs on it, get taste buds on it.
Oh,
and,
without doubt.
And just,
and having it in bars and restaurants.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely
Yeah, we've
helps.
been like this is not like blowing smoke or anything, but like I stopped in at an account Tuesday, and he said, "Dude, I had to turn so many people away. They sold out of it. They got it Thursday. They sold out of it by early morning Saturday. They had to turn a bunch of people away all weekend, promising they get more. And he put in a triple order for this week. They got it. Yeah. So, knock on wood. And I say that thankfully. I'm like so happy that that's the case.
And
you know
again,
what I'm saying?
For being in the industry, you know how that goes.
Oh yeah.
So
I mean, I've stopped in years ago. I've stopped in stores. Yeah, still get your beer. Yeah, call me next week or the week after. You know.
Yeah.
So walking in and have somebody, dude, get me beer tomorrow. That's awesome. So
Good.
Very cool.
So, Trojan Double Dry Hop.
So
Talk to me about that one.
the second beer is called Trojan Seahorse.
Yes.
It is a 8.5% double dry hop. It is Citra and Mosaic in the kettle, and then Citra Galaxy dry hop.
Okay.
Very citrusy, very passion fruit.
Yep.
I will probably never put more than 3 hops in a beer.
Okay.
And it just, I think if you start to put 4, 5, 6
Yes.
hops in a beer,
You lose
get
something.
this amorphous hoppiness, but
Yep.
you lose any actual character.
Yep.
So I want to make sure that we have that clean, straightforward flavors in the beer.
When you're going into picking a hop, you want that flavor profile to stick
Yeah.
around. You're not picking it because it's just one to throw in. You're trying to get rid of it out the back of the brew house.
Exactly.
You're doing it because it has a certain flavor profile that you can then go ahead and highlight.
These are recipes that you homebrewed, and now you're like, okay, this is.
They're actually modifications of recipes I homebrewed.
Okay.
So they're basically they're the base NEPAs are recipes, and then I kind of tweaked and I decided to try to bring out some hops sexy hops. So we wanted sexy hops.
Go sexy hops.
If we're gonna start up, we say you got to come out firing with the sexy hops.
Man. And it's funny. I talk, all the breweries we talk with, well, any of the brewers, they all say the same thing. Yeah, this beer is. We're always tweaking it.
Yeah.
Because you always are. Because you always want it to be better than what it is. We're not being like crazy where like, oh yeah, it tastes like this, and then somebody comes on and goes, hey, this doesn't taste like the fucking beer that you had.
really?
Right. Yeah, obviously you don't want to be that crazy, but you always are doing something a little bit to make it that much better.
Yeah.
Yes, this is what I wanted, but I just want this a little bit, and it's across the board. Every brewer says the same thing, and it's great to hear because if you're that brewer that goes, oh no, it's perfect. Yeah, I don't know about that, brother. I don't know if it's perfect, because if you think it is, then it's probably not.
Right.
Yeah.
And I have to say, both of the beers that we had, to come out of the gate with those, man, that's a good job.
What feedback have you guys been hearing from the audience? Obviously, you got that one from the restaurant, but from the distributors or anything like that.
We've had people come up. We've had people come up to the booth, and believe me, I'm not saying this. I'm humbled by hearing all of this. I really am. But we've had people come up and say, dude, you guys are blowing up all over the internet. You guys have such a great rating on Untappd right now. I got to get this beer. Let me have this. And then they'd hang out and talk to us for 10 minutes.
Right. And as much as Untappd sucks, that's when it works for you.
Right.
When people start saying, "Well, these guys got a 4.5 and a 5 cap. What the? Who are they?
Right.
How do I get the beer?
Yeah.
And when are you open? Oh, we're not open yet, but you can get the beer.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's the best part about it. And then once they go to Untappd, and then they go to your website or your Instagram or whatever it is.
Yep. Facebook.
Yeah, man.
The whole nine.
Do you have another beer in the works that
we have the Vienna Lager.
Oh, the Lager's the next one up on the schedule. Okay, and Bolero's going to be doing it.
Bolero's going to be doing it.
It's in the tank already. It's brewed already.
Yeah, it is.
Yep.
Oh, so we're right there.
Okay. All right.
It'll be out for 4th of July weekend.
Right. Okay.
That was my next question because I kind of need that. If these
After
two,
these, I
if
wanna
it's
see
as
how you
good as these two,
Yeah.
I need that.
It's 90% Weyermann German Vienna malt. We're not effing around.
There you go, bro.
I want to make. If I'm making a Vienna Lager, I'm making the Cadillac
There
of
you
Vienna
go.
Lager.
All right.
I want a lot of flavor.
All right, so I'm gonna go preface this. GABF, we're coming up. Put that Vienna Lager into fucking competition. If it's as good as these two, you're gonna get something.
Yeah.
And when you use Weyermann, if you win a medal at GABF, you get this beautiful red jumpsuit that they send you that says Weyermann on it, and only people that win medals get those. I have one of those, by the way. And because I brewed a beer that was 100% Weyermann, and there was nothing better than getting that package in the fucking mail of that jumpsuit and putting it on, and just taking a picture of it.
The justification of hard work.
And as you guys know,
that's some goals right there.
Bro,
is it an Adidas jumpsuit? I know you have it, but I don't think I've ever seen it.
The white lines going down the side.
It's
a velour, right?
It's velour, bro. It's
cashmere,
bro. It's so fucking hot. It's unbelievable.
And that goes perfect here in Jersey. I can wear it just to get my paper out.
Exactly. Just go out, get the paper, come back in.
Hey, how you doing, Vinny?
But the cool thing about it is too, we're from Long Island, and I just send a picture to random breweries, and they're like, "Fuck you guys!" But it's in good fun, It's in good fun. Like, oh, I fucking hate you, man.
Healthy competition.
Yeah, exactly. and again, we see it here in Jersey too. Camaraderie between breweries is so awesome. What breweries are close, or are you thinking might be
going
close to you guys?
Close, yeah.
Yes.
Close to us. Geographically or close to us family-wise?
Actually both. Well, we know Bolero Snort.
Yeah.
That's one.
Bolero Snort's family. I mean, there's a lot. I mean,
but
you guys been in the industry so long, you have a lot of breweries.
I was at Cypress for a few years.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So, that's kind of my home away from home.
Yeah.
Sure. We're close with Carton. We're close with Source.
Yeah.
Augie's a great guy.
I've done beers at
He's like one of the
OGs.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Demented before Demented was away.
Okay.
So what I'm saying is, it makes it a nice, beer.
Last Wave,
adventure.
we're pretty close. Last Wave, 2 ton.
Yeah. They came by, saw them when we were there before, saying what's up. I want to talk to you. You have also a podcast.
Yes.
Give me some information about that.
It's every Tuesday night at 6:30. It's live on Facebook and our YouTube channel. It's called The Lager Room Guys.
I left. It just gets me giggly a little bit.
Yeah, The Lager Room
names are
Guys.
just like, that's
The Lager Room. It's myself, Matt, and our other co-host is Dave Cichon. He calls himself the Beer Samurai.
Let me tell you, that's a great fucking name. I wish I thought of that shit.
And I said just Steve.
Yeah, I'm Steve.
Mike Pete and Steve Samurai.
Just make a Facebook page. It's called Steve.
Yeah, Steve. I'm just Steve.
The premise of the show, is it all beer, or is it just you guys from the beer industry?
Well, you know what it is. We have guests every week, and all different walks of the beer industry, either distribution or breweries or brewery owners, brewers, ancillary stuff. and it's something involved. We have a few guys that have had their own podcasts or have had beer review sites like Honest Beer Reviews. Is John Staramunsky.
Yeah, I know Honest.
He's been on the show. A bunch of people. Anyway, it's not so much all right, let's taste this beer, let's dissect it, let's talk about the hop. It's we'll drink beers on the show. We'll talk about each of the beers. We'll drink different beers, and we'll talk about the beers, briefly what we're drinking. But it's all about just a conversation. It's a conversation. The conversation is mainly about whoever the guest is and what they've brought, and what they've done, their experiences, even how they got into the industry. And it's just it's lighthearted. It's funny. There's a lot of laughs.
Are you getting mostly people from New Jersey, or are you
all over? One of our favorite questions is basically, we just always ask the question of, like, do you remember, like, what was the first craft beer that literally got you into craft beer?
We have a segment called Steve's 3 Questions.
Yep. And now it's always amazing to hear people's answers.
We haven't done it at all this weekend. Normally we do it, and it's 3 questions.
When we're in studio, when we have a one-on-one guest, it's part of our segment as we do our.
But you know what? Now that you brought it up, Matt, now we can do Steve's
3 questions. I don't have the music though. I'm not able to play that.
And we have a whole.
I'll sing something.
No, bro, we have like
I could freeze frame it, and then we'll
jazzy 3 questions, Steve. But all right, so we'll start off with the first question.
Yep.
I'm going to start with Matt. We'll go for it. What was that first beer that you had that turned you on to craft beer?
So I have a very strange answer to this.
There's no strange
I'm not
shocked. It's not a beer. It's a combination of 2 beers.
Okay.
So I used to go. Almost. But it's more complex than that.
It's more complex.
So basically, I used to. I went to Rutgers University in New Brunswick, and there was a small little Irish pub, and I used to like good beer. I liked Victory Hop Devil. And we used to get pictures of Victory Hop Devil and pictures of Guinness, and we would make what we called a Blackened Devil, which was basically a black IPA before. I'm talking years before everyone
you didn't layer it. You just mixed it. You blended it.
We put it on top, but it just kind of blended it. You got the roast, you got the hops, you got. I basically I was concocting a black IPA in a bar before black IPAs. Before black IPAs were a thing.
Actually, that's his claim. He invented black IPA.
Yeah. No. I drank something that resembled what people invented as black IPA.
Sure. So we know now, Matt from Coastal. He invented black IPAs. We're going with that from now on. We met the guy that fucking invented black IPAs.
There you go.
Oh, shit.
You'd never get the story of how it started.
John, what was that first beer that turned you on to craft beer?
Short answer for you. Sam Adams Boston Lager.
Yeah.
All right.
From Boston.
The cousin from Boston. All right. Second question. And it doesn't have to be old time. It's what is your favorite style right now?
My favorite style right now is pretty much my favorite style that I've always enjoyed, and that is a Belgian quad.
Yeah, nice.
My
good choice.
That is a Belgian quad.
I like triples, but the quad will just get you another level.
Quad gets me.
I'm a huge Belgian fan. I'm a huge German beer fan and English beer fan for that matter. But I have to say, if I have to pick one of them, it's a Schwarzbier. It's a dark lager. Or Tremave Piva.
Wow.
Yeah, bro.
I would say in that same line, Dunkel. I love a good Dunkel too.
Yeah, Dunkel's great.
Well done.
Stickalts are amazing as well. Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, but that's Schwarzbier.
I look forward to those that season. It's mine,
It's delicious.
Last but not least.
Certainly not least.
No. So you go out to a bar or restaurant. Doesn't matter where in the country, in the world, what's that one beer that you hope is on tap when you go there? And it can't be your own beer.
All right, that's a good question.
He's probably going to take mine, but go ahead.
So my go-to is Via Stefaner Vitus. Because it is light enough to drink in the summer or in warmer climates, but it's got the balls to drink in colder climate or during the winter.
Yeah,
it's good.
And they've been doing it for almost 1,000 years. So
right.
they kind of
dialed it in by now. Yeah.
I love answers like that. Every so often
no one
get but that's
like
that's a thought out.
Yeah, he knows it, Johnny. For sure.
It was close. He got Wein Stefaner for sure. It's their Hef. Wein Stefaner Hef. Yeah, that's my. There could be 30 amazing beers on. There's Wein Stefaner Hef on tap. That's the first beer I'm getting.
Now, I love that, but for whatever reason, I really love Franziskaner.
Franziskaner is good.
Oh,
very good. Yeah.
Man, for me that heft is.
I'll give you a B.
Okay.
All right. Because if this is also on, that's the second beer I'm having, and that's Schneider Weiss Aventinus.
Oh.
Yep. All right. All right. Yeah. That's you got. Do you have a conditioning basement? You have stuff in bottles.
Yes.
So now I'm sure the way you're answering these questions, of course, you got the whole beef.
Hey, it's Pussy Fart.
Pussy Fart.
There he is.
Well done.
You know, you could have saved a lot of money on those and just put queef and been done.
That's what I said. Bro, I said that. I said the same thing. I said the same thing.
Not as direct. Yeah.
There you go.
Peach Snapple?
Peach Snapple.
You're not playing Scrabble.
Oh, no. Scrabble. I got it.
Peach Scrabble.
Scrabble.
Not peach Scrabble.
I like Peach Snapple. That's why he's got Peach Snapple. That's great.
Either way,
There it is. Let's go, Mets. So,
bro, it doesn't get any better. I bet a guy in a Mets shirt that says the Grom on the back comes up with a board that says Pussy Fart on it.
it's a license plate.
It's a license plate.
Welcome to Atlantic City.
Baderfield in the heart.
Baderfield.
Pussy Fart Central.
That's one of the tamer things I've seen in Atlantic City in the last 48 hours.
It's true.
And I'm not making a joke. He was here earlier, and I said, bro, you can't just put queef.
Would have made him save so many
the
letters.
money exactly.
Yeah.
$5
$1 letters.
Shorter board, everything. Would have saved money.
How do you spell that, though? So you guys, the podcast, how long have you been doing that?
Just about 2 years.
So, yeah, you've been doing it a while. Good.
Yep.
So, new technology. I heard you talking, going through, what was the broadcasting? StreamYard, that's right. A lot of stuff out there for people today. If anyone's interested in doing a podcast, anyone can do it now.
Sure.
As long as you have the mics,
a
couple of interfaces.
USB mic, a pair of headphones, and
good to go.
An interface.
And there you go.
And there you go. Now, when you guys move into the new brewery, you're going to move that podcast studio to
we will do the podcast
We will
from
do
the
it from the brewery.
And it's going to look great with the tanks in the back and just...
You know you got to do it up. You know that.
Oh, yeah.
Either it's in the tasting room with the tap handles behind you, or it's the tanks.
I think it's
one or the other.
Is it mobile enough you can kind of move around and change the scenery?
One episode will be from there. One will be from the
That's a
brew
great
house.
idea.
We'll do one from on top of the
You could do like by the garbage where you throw the grain.
stand by the grain. Yeah. Spent grain out back.
Spent grain.
Yeah.
Everybody spent grain.
Have a couple of cows munching on some of it.
John, Matt, really appreciate you guys being on the show.
Cheers.
Before
Thanks
we
for
let
having
you go,
us.
I wanted you to give an opportunity for some plugs. Where can people find stuff about Coastal Brew Works, about the podcast, all that?
Sure. As far as Coastal Brew Works goes, it's www.coastalbrewworks.com is the website.
Mm-hmm.
On Facebook is Coastal Brew Works. On Instagram is @Coastal Brew Works. Twitter is Drink Coastal BW because Coastal Brew Works is too long for a Twitter handle.
Oh, is it?
You kidding me?
Yeah. By one character.
By one character.
By one single character, too.
So,
Jesus.
and our hashtag that we put on everything, as you see it on our shirts and my hat, it's hashtag Drink Coastal. Drink Coastal for a Twitter name was actually taken by a coffee company in Florida, so we couldn't just have that. So Twitter is at Drink Coastal BW.
But you could probably link it in the other pages and stuff like that.
But yeah, just follow the hashtag Drink Coastal and it's everything. Everything's right there. And then as far as the Log Room guys go, everything is at the Log Room guys. I'm sorry, everything is at the Log Room. It's the Log Room guys, but Facebook, Twitter, Instagram is all at the Logger Room.
Awesome. Cool. John, Matt, really appreciate you being on.
Cheers. Thanks for having us on.
Enjoy and good luck on the opening, and hopefully we'll see you back here next year. And you got a lot more beer and a place to go hang out.
Yeah. Well, hopefully we get the doors open in February. Maybe we'll see you guys there.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely.
Bristol with Mike P and Steve, GubsRadio.com, live at AC Beer Fest 2022 in the heart of Atlantic City on Baderfield. And we'll be right back after this.
This is Ghost Radio, and you're getting drunk with Mike and Pete on the Wort.
This is The Word with Mike, Pete, and Steve, GubsRadio.com, live here at AC Beer Fest 2022 on Baderfield in the heart of Atlantic City. We're here with Paul and, see, I told you. Don. I was going to say Don, too. I bit my tongue so I didn't say it wrong. From Cyprus. What's going on, boys?
What's happening?
What's up?
Not much, man.
Dude, so you guys have been here for years. We actually had, who's the owner?
Charlie. You probably had Charlie.
Charlie on the show in our first year. Of doing the show. It's our fifth year, and he called in because I went to the brewery. I went over to, I guess the the convention hall, which is right by where you guys are at, and I saw on my map there's a brewery right there. I'm like, let's go. We had like dinosaurs alive. I took my son, and my buddy took his son, and I'm like, let's go crumb out of the freaking brewery. And that's what we did. We brought the two boys to the brewery, sat and drank. I was like, this is really fucking good. Then reached out on social media. Charlie called in, and then last year we had like a really cool mobile rig that we walked around.
Oh yeah,
he did a little stand-up interview with us for like 4 or 5 minutes.
Dope.
But
that's cool.
Appreciate you guys for coming on.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man,
let's talk about the history of AC. I mean, you guys have been coming here a while. What do you think about it this year?
I've been going to them for like about almost 5 years now.
Yeah.
But I've been to them beforehand when I was friends with Cypress before they hired me. So yeah, they've been there I think since the very first, like 1, 2, like the most recent. Yeah, and it's very
inside or outside. What did you prefer?
I like inside.
Yeah, so many people say
I
that.
like
the
inside.
outside,
Yeah.
so I don't know.
You have no clue. Well, last year it was too big.
Oh, it was massive.
It was-
I did like the separate sessions though. I
Yes.
enjoyed the break in between. It's just
Hang out, talk to people,
Yeah,
drink some
you get
beer.
a little step.
You don't really have an opportunity to walk around and drink beer unless you guys have a lot of people you attend, but not everybody does.
Yeah.
And you're kind
Yeah.
of stuck there all day.
Yeah, you definitely get stuck on the taps.
The line was definitely way bigger yesterday.
Yes.
Oh my God, yeah, man.
It's a little more mellower today, I
love
guess.
her. I love her. She's gonna be my next ex-wife.
Yes.
I do like the theme this year. It's cool, right?
Circus.
Yeah, the circus theme. It's
Like
Yeah,
a
it's kinda
circus
cool.
old lady type of
Yeah.
fucking.
Well, if they all look like her, I don't mind it either.
Yeah,
Well,
no, sure.
Well, she's.
No.
I found out yesterday. So she says that fucking wheel holds a 16-hour charge, and she goes, "Yeah, I'm not really going that fast." I'm like, "What?" I go, "That thing goes fast." She goes, "Oh yeah, that shit flies."
20,
whipping
24
around,
miles an
man.
hour or something like that.
That fucking thing moves, man.
That's ridiculous.
And she's
And she's like twirling those.
Yeah, at the
weird
same time.
and she's
stick things.
Actually, her name is Lauren, and she's the coolest person. We had a good conversation yesterday, and I actually wanted her to come on. She's like, "No, I'm good."
How
I'm
rude
good."
of me. Does anybody else
No,
want?
no, I'm kidding.
No, right.
That's right. Last night, rough fucking night.
Oh.
We're gonna end our show talking about the rough fucking night. We went to emo night, drinking all day, drinking all night. You know, everything that comes with.
You definitely have to pace yourself.
I browned out last night. I lost a moment in time. I can't recall.
It was a
So
lapse, for sure.
it shit
You see,
happens.
that happens quite often.
Yeah, man, it happens.
Yeah.
When in AC, you know.
Exactly.
Remind people about the brewery. Where's it located? What kind of brew house do you guys have?
Edison, New
Now
Jersey,
you're
man.
fucking doing it.
What?
Every brewery we've had on
I
today,
know. I've been
you bypass.
jumping ahead. The
Yeah,
brew
I-
house.
Hey, that's my shit. That's my shit. I love that.
Damn, he's taking your line, bro.
Yeah.
Fucking guy. Yeah, Don. What do we got?
We're in Edison.
Yeah.
We're right by the Middlesex County College.
30 Nixon Lane.
30 Nixon Lane.
There we go.
It's like right off of Woodbridge Ave there. It's not too hard to find. We're tucked away, but not
No, it's not too bad.
Not too bad.
Everyone has ways, and then whatever.
Yeah, we have an extended 20 barrel system that we actually abuse a lot, and it's a really
three?
good thing. Yeah, we bring it to the brim. Man.
Three or four vessel.
I'm sorry, what's that?
3 or 4 vessel.
For
How many? Like you have a transfer?
so we have a cold liquor tank, we got a hot liquor tank, we have a mash tun next to it, and then we got the kettle there.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's a great setup. I mean,
You can max it to 26 if you're really good with it.
Yeah. If you treat it nice.
Yeah.
Take it
you
out
gotta,
to dinner.
You gotta rub it a little bit.
Of course you do.
You guys, you pouring 4 different beers today, correct?
Yes, we are.
All right, let's go down that list. Not to mention the fucking stout at, what's the ABV on that?
The stouts are 13.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
Yeah.
So you come to AC Beer Fest in the hot sun,
There you go.
but people want the stout.
Yeah,
People
it's
want
wild,
it.
yeah.
Not just because of the ABV, because not everyone's serving stouts. There's only like a half a dozen that I've seen here.
We brought what the people wanted.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
The only thing that was missing, maybe a fruited sour or something.
Yeah, we could have
you
done
know,
Plenty of
but-
sour
fruit
around.
sour.
Yeah, exactly.
You're better off. So you got the stout. Give us a little bit about that.
Stouts are great. They're actually so I've been calling them like a brother sister stout, just because it's the same base, and then we we adjunct it differently to give it the different feel.
Sure.
And the naughty, we just decided to throw some coconut into that and turn it into some kind of summery mix, and it worked out really well. and it definitely gave it a summery vibe. And the nights we were like, let's just rock with it. It came out great this year.
It's amazing how people fucking love coconut in this. And you get people, I can't drink stouts during the summer, and then you put coconut and they're like, oh, I love this shit.
I mean, even last year we brought Conspiracy Theorist, and I think it was the first kick last year, and that was like a 10.5 or 11.5 at the time.
Even that was rough in the sun last year. I pour that and tell people, go hide in the shade while you sip this. The sun will cook you, man.
You're gonna get fucking burnt.
It was way hotter last year, too.
Dude, 90 degrees on Saturday.
We
were fucking dripping. There was no relief, too. There's no wind like there is today. So it was just terrible.
I'm wearing like a long sleeve thin hoodie right now, and I'm comfortable.
Yeah, exactly. I wore pants today on purpose. It's great. You guys have Insane. It's a New England IPA.
Yes, it is.
That's what we're drinking. Delicious.
That is our core
it should stay the core
flagship
forever.
beer and distribution. We're making it every month now, and sometimes we'll do it all cryo hop, or we'll just do Citra like regular pellets. Yeah, but
the cryo's been working out really well.
Cryo's so awesome,
and you get a lot more yield.
Oh yeah.
Yield, less of a dump.
Sure.
You know.
Sure.
It's so much better.
It makes our lives easier.
And especially if you're cropping any of the yeast, you're definitely getting a better yield on your yeast instead of pellet, because pellet just fucking.
Yeah, so we've been doing fresh pitch for our batches. It's been working out really well, so we're probably going to be staying with that.
Who are you using?
We're using Imperial.
Okay.
Yeah, but we throw a little twist on it too.
We won't go into that because
no secrets here.
We can't tell nobody.
We can't tell nobody that.
Charlie, we don't want you to reveal any secrets here. Give anybody a heads up on anything.
Yeah. Charlie would hear that shit and fucking freak out, lose his mind.
And you're both fired.
That's what you get. You have two others.
Yes,
what do we got?
We talk about Nice. So Nice is, like I said, it came out really great this year. That's the sister stout of the Naughty, and I don't know. It's a great stout for literally now in the winter. It works all year round, which is beautiful about it.
I would have liked to do with that one.
What's that?
Are you going to continue with that one?
Yeah, so we actually got some really serious barrels coming up.
Oh yeah,
we have an anniversary party
system right now,
which is July 9th, I believe.
Hey, congratulations!
And
4 years, 5 years,
7. Dude,
7 years. Yeah.
Fuck. Wow, that went by fast, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, we've been doing this for 5. So damn, you guys were already 2 years into it.
You guys pretty much started when I started there.
Yeah.
I think. And I finally worked the first AC Brewfest like as an employee, not as a I guess a
stalker guy,
like a stalker guy,
a stumbler, I should say.
No, but it went really well with it. I think Charlie wanted to kind of have them both here, so kind of the Naughty Nice theme has been one of our big things.
Good concept.
Yeah, we kind of like we did the West Coast hip hops, we brought the East Coast hip hops, because we like to play off things like that. We have a lot of fun naming the beers, so anytime we get a chance, we do.
Some of the names we've heard today and yesterday from the brewers, it's so. And you know what?
You think every name would be taken, but then you hear another one.
But no, you got to come up with crazy shit, because that's the shit that's not taken.
Right.
Yeah.
It pops out at people like certain names and labels,
especially
and
if
like,
it's
shit.
If it's something obscure, and they get it, it's even better.
Yeah.
I think that's why the Naughty Summer kind of was like. Just like it worked well, because who doesn't want to have a wild summer, right? It's a good time.
Starting off nice already here at AC Beer Fest, that's for sure. And the fourth one.
So East Coast Hip Hops, which is our brand new beer. We got some really serious hops in there. We got the Mosaic, it's a Galaxy, Matueka, and El Dorado. So it's a nice high-end hop mix.
Now the Insane, what was the hop profile of Insane?
Insane is 100% Citra hop.
It is all Citra.
Yeah, that's 100% Citra, and it's an easy drinking beer.
Yeah, man.
It's surprising.
Lactose?
There's 0 lactose.
Get the fuck out. 0.
Yeah,
we really don't put too much lactose into our IPAs.
Well, we've been trying to stay away from lactose.
Sweetness out of this.
This is no lactose?
Mouthfeel.
Yeah, it's very creamy.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. It's,
in the stouts, there might be a little bit of lactose. We went, like, with certain stouts and porters, we went very low on lactose.
Yeah, just a little touch.
We don't want, people to get sick or
shit in their pants.
Yeah, we don't want anyone shit in their pants.
Nobody shit in their pants.
That is the way to say it. Yeah, that's for sure. I had a couple of beers from you guys, both in-house and outside. Are you doing distribution locally?
Yeah, we
Candy
do.
line comes in
we do self-distribution. We go locally. We go Southwest Jersey, Southeast, Northeast, Northwest. We try to cover a lot of territory, but there's really some obscure places in New Jersey I've never heard of, and I lived here all my life. So, we try to keep everybody familiar with us, but there's still a lot of people out there that are like, oh my God, I live 10 minutes from you guys. I never knew you existed here.
It's wild.
Isn't that amazing?
It blows my mind. It blows my mind.
And you guys have been around 7 years, and you get people like, wait, where are you?
Yeah.
I never fucking. I live 5 minutes down the road.
Come on.
Yeah.
They don't check their apps. That's what it is. They don't look like. Just go on Google, write breweries, and then zoom out.
And then like 10 pop up around you.
Like, oh,
they're not that far.
Now, you guys obviously just distributing in Jersey. You guys thinking about tri-state?
We have reached out to. We've done a deal with Nebulous Distribution, so we are in. Where I'd say that is
Philadelphia, and
like
surrounding areas,
Eastern PA, around that area.
Okay.
It's pretty much where they're distributing it.
Sure.
Do
you guys always own a canning line? Or do you get outside people come in?
We get outside.
We actually have a great canning company right next to us. They're our neighbors.
Get out of here.
Ironheart Canning.
Oh, yeah, we know. Everyone knows Ironheart.
Yeah. So
they purposely moved in.
They're
That's
right there.
fucking awesome.
Yeah.
You can get on the schedule anytime. You're like,
did you guys fucking plan that? What the fuck was that?
No, they planned.
They planned
not us.
We need a brewery that we can go and drink at when we're done canning.
They're licking their chops. Like,
right next door. Yeah, we'll can those fuckers all day long.
So you guys have big plans coming up for any expansions or additions to the brewery?
I hope so.
I like that.
Not as of right now, but definitely in the future there was talk about something like that.
Now you guys are in a space where you have neighbors.
Yeah.
If someone drops out of their lease or moves out, are you going to be able to expand that way?
I feel like that's
probably the most likely.
Yeah, it might be the thing that happens, but we have no idea when that would ever happen.
Unless you go in there and fucking ruin it.
Sabotage.
I'm sure there's some neighbors that hate our guts.
Sure.
I'm sure.
And then there's the other ones that love you because after the shift's over, I can come have a nice.
That is true. We definitely been getting a good crowd from the surrounding area.
Yeah. A lot of the businesses. Yeah. There's a lot of marketing places, FedEx, warehousing.
Blue collar guys don't want a beer.
And sometimes they come in at like, we don't open the tap room until 2. They'll show up at 12 and be like, hey, you guys open? I'm here for lunch.
Come on, man. We're on lunch.
Sorry,
I just need a beer, man.
I don't see no sandwich in your hand.
There you go.
Big events. You got anything coming up? Big plans?
Oh, yeah. We got the 7-year anniversary coming up.
That's coming up. And there's also...
you got any special beers?
What
beers
date is it, Don?
It's July 9th.
July 9th.
Okay.
There's another event coming up on the 18th. I don't remember the area. It's escaping me right now, but it's by Rutgers. There's a park there.
It'll be on the website.
Yeah, it will.
Or on Instagram or anything like that.
Oh, is that in Piscataway?
Yeah, the Piscataway
Piscataway event. I don't know the name of it.
Yeah, I can't remember the name of the park. But
anyone in
it's supposed to be a
Piscataway, look it up.
very big event.
That's cool. That seems like fun.
Yeah.
Outdoor event again and drinking and in the sun.
Our anniversary party is going to be sick. We always get like a really good barbecue guy there. We'll have like over a dozen beers on tap. And we're going to now have the barrel aged like bottles there. We're going to definitely bottle off some stuff for the event. I'm really excited for some of these barrels.
For that day, like something you guys brewed specifically for that day.
So we do have a firkin.
Yeah.
That I mixed up some raspberry oatmeal cookie and marshmallow for. It's
Into a stout.
Into a stout, a 13%er, and we're pretty hyped up about that.
But of course, 13.
You know, yeah.
And
You guys
we're gonna
he
have
likes
our
playing big.
We'll have
That's
our pineapple cheesecake coming up again.
Oh yeah.
That's
Pineapple cheesecake.
Yeah, that was
That
pretty
sounds
Pineapple
serious.
cheesecake IPA.
That we did that something special for Charlie for his birthday, and it just kind of worked out. So now we're gonna start canning that eventually.
It's
Isn't that
funny how
great?
those things work, right? Just like
There was we had so many breweries on this weekend, and they were like, "Yeah, man, we did this beer just for as a, just whatever."
Yeah.
And now people want it so bad, you have to brew it.
I mean, it was gone. It was gone in like a couple hours, and,
Wow.
and it was just like, how
Yeah.
are we not going to do this?
Sixtel was done in like 3 hours, I think.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, when it's something that good and people get word of it, they're like, "Yeah, no, we're gonna drink the fuck out of that."
Oh yeah. That's why I mean you got to limit people, right? Like no crowler fills or whatever,
Yeah.
so. What's in the tanks right now?
In the tanks right now, so Rick, we got the runway models, not the Imperial runway, the regular runway models.
Yeah, regular 6.5.
Regular.
Yeah, we stepped it down
Original.
a little bit.
As you guys call it, that weak shit.
Yeah, exactly.
As you deal with 12%ers all day.
And we have
It's like a session.
We have some
for
empty
us.
tanks right now.
Yeah, exactly. Sessioning at 6, 7, whatever.
That's really all that's in the tanks right now at the moment because we just canned the 2 beers.
Yeah.
We actually put the runway on hold, and we have a lot of contracts coming up, so we have to keep stuff clean and clear.
Yeah. And is that hard with the schedule and everything, knowing that you're gonna have
I'm glad I don't have to deal with it. Say that. Yeah.
We do bounce around a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot, but it's worth it at the end of the day.
Yes.
We make really good stuff, and it's just our
as you
liquid
have
has
for
been
years
really,
now.
really
As I've
great.
been having it every
I
year.
love hearing all the positive feedback that we've been getting, and it hypes us up to keep going with it.
And it's interesting because just talking with random people, you guys, the name Cypress comes up a lot.
Yeah,
that's good to hear.
It does.
Yeah, and it's a good way too.
Yeah.
It's not like they suck.
No,
it's
glad
like
to hear
no,
that.
that's the brewery.
Have you tried?
When
Did
you
get
come
it
to
go over?
Jersey, you need to fucking try this.
Oh, that's
this brewery.
beautiful.
So
That
yeah,
means a
man,
lot, for real.
definitely.
I want to give you guys an opportunity to go ahead and plug the brewery, where they can find you, tasting room hours, social media stuff.
So our Instagram, it's super easy. It's Cypress Brewing.
That's Rick with his CO2.
CO2 is
Rick.
mine.
Oh damn! I was like, where's that tornado coming in or something? Like, what's going on?
You were just like, shit.
I thought it was feedback from the stage.
When you're in the brewery and you hear something like that,
shit.
it's like an automatic like, oh my god, what the hell is that noise?
Ass puckers, and you're like, oh no.
Twitch, what did I hit?
Grab my phone. You gotta send it to Wort Wrangler.
It's so funny, man. Every brewer I talk to, when you're in the brewery and you hear that fucking odd noise, you're actually like,
Yeah, everybody's
you're
like,
searching
shut up,
around.
shut up.
yeah, shut up. And you're looking around
They're
like,
like, all right,
that's
you're
not
good.
a normal
Yeah.
fucking thing
Yeah.
I hear every day.
Yeah.
It's amazing what sounds you pick up
Yes.
in there.
Without doubt.
So our tasting room is actually open 7 days a week again.
Nice.
We're 12
Oh,
to 10 most days, I believe, and I could be wrong, but it'll be on the
It's 2.
Instagram.
It's 2.
2 to 10.
And I think it's switched from 2 to 8 on certain weekdays. It used to be 2 to 10.
And
it's
you
really
know what?
important to
But
just keep updated on the
you can
on the
probably
Instagram. It's
Just
always
fucking
there.
check
Stay there until
Instagram,
10.
you'll find
Yeah. And then like I said, the anniversary party's coming up. That's going to be something big, and there's a lot of great beer going to be poured on that July 9th.
Cool.
Awesome. Well, thanks a lot, Paul. Rob from Cypress Brewing Company. I saw I got distracted by somebody.
Don.
Oh, did I say?
Don.
What did I say?
You did.
Said Rob.
Rod is actually my porn star name.
Rod.
Bro, he helped you out just now.
Why?
Because you
they
called the
say
wrong
me
name,
again?
but that's his point name.
It's
Don.
okay.
I have one of my good friends is Don. I understand why you have to correct me because, like I said, I'm terrible with names. Really appreciate you being on. Say hello to Charlie for us.
Thank you.
Cypress Brewing, check them out over in Edison, New Jersey. This is the Wort with Mike, Pete, and Steve. GovsRadio.com, and we'll be right back after this.
Govs Radio. You're listening to Govs Radio, streaming live 24/7. Visit govsradio.com for our show schedule and upcoming studio events.
This is The Wort with Mike, Pete, and Steve, GovsRadio.com. We are wrapping up our weekend here at Atlantic City Baderfield AC Beer Fest 2022. Man. Oh, what a 2 days so far.
Oh, by the way, I got
Yes.
a text earlier today.
Yes.
I forgot to bring it up. So Pete
Yeah.
Today, because he couldn't make it today. Yesterday he was christening the boat.
Oh.
Today he's actually christening a Lear jet over in fucking Kennebunkport.
Kennebunkport?
Yeah,
Now they do the same thing with the champagne bottle.
Yeah,
on
that's what I hear.
Front. Isn't that damaging? Like you would affect the aerodynamics of the plane. I'd be scared. Maybe just throw a water balloon at it, full of champagne.
Hey, he's not flying in it. He's just christening it. So.
We are wrapping up, and people are starting to pack up, but we're just gonna kind of give you a couple of things that we promised you throughout the show. Number one, we had a
great time.
A great time.
Oh,
we want to thank John and Bree from Good Tricycle.
Yeah. You know what?
Excellent time for all. I'm finally starting to be able to like wind down, so I'm just slowly processing everything that had happened.
And I do have to say,
yes,
this year was better than last year.
Yes, it was. And the way it was laid out.
Yes.
I know a lot of people were hating on all sorts of elements.
Yeah,
but listen, in the end, I get it. Some of them have been doing it a long time. They really preferred certain things. The break in between, I understood that from a brewer standpoint. Indoors versus outdoors, I got from a brewer standpoint. But from a person coming to this, and because we're not brewers, this has been by far the better way to do this particular show.
Yes. I will agree with that 100%. It was easier to get to breweries.
Yeah.
And it was very centrally located to the band venue, which a lot of people come, to.
Yep. Hi. You want to talk? We were actually just getting a perspective of people that come to Beer Fest, so we were actually just kind of discussing. Have you been to AC Beer Fest before?
Yeah, I was here last year.
You were?
It's really awesome.
I
love the activities.
Who signed you?
Some dude in a band that was playing.
Oh, nice. There
I
you
asked
go.
him to sign my tit, and he said his wife wouldn't approve.
Oh.
I know. I was like, please.
Well, listen, if they don't do that, if they're in a band.
I respect it.
Well, no, but if you're in a band, you got to understand that's going to happen.
Yeah.
Right.
It's got to happen.
I didn't show nipple or anything. Like, it was just tit.
Yeah, it was just meat.
It was just skin.
Yeah.
Just some skin.
Just some padding.
There you go.
So you were here last year.
Yeah.
I want to get your perspective on this year versus last year.
I definitely think we need bouncy castles again.
Yeah, you like the bouncy castles?
The bouncy castles.
Yeah, the inflatables.
Really good.
Right. Yeah.
I won a T-shirt one year.
Ah,
I was in a dress and I ran across it. I did awesome.
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah.
What'd you think about the layout this year?
It was definitely better because it was closer together.
There you go. Yep.
I like that it's outside.
Yeah.
I worried about the rain. I forgot sunscreen, but thank God everyone else is prepared.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, it was really cool. I liked all the activities. That's my favorite part.
Now, were you here yesterday or just did today?
Just today.
And that was based on the music, or was that based on just availability?
The music.
Yeah,
for
like
sure.
Newfound, like full.
You guys should
strong.
get the front bottoms next year.
We don't get to decide that. No.
Oh, okay.
We'll put the word in.
Yeah.
I know
Cool.
people.
That we
know
will.
People.
Hell yeah.
Overall, best beer you had today.
Oh shit.
Do you remember?
There was a pineapple thing.
Was it a sour?
No.
No, it was like an ale?
It was an IPA,
Okay.
like a creamy IPA.
Okay. Very cool.
Yeah.
And do you live locally? Did you travel for this?
I'm in Scranton. I'm a tattoo artist over there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
You can tell by the nice work on your
I
arms.
was just gonna say, I
Very
love
nice.
this. Like,
Thank you.
this is like a skink type of thing.
Do you want to hear the story behind
Yes.
this
Yeah.
one?
Go ahead on
Okay.
down.
So when I was like 5, I was in Florida with my family. I was like running on the boardwalk to the pool. No one saw me. And I'm like in midair, like running. My flip-flop comes down, and I totally turn a gecko into a burrito. Like I felt it roll up and pop under my foot. And it's one of those childhood memories where like I remember the shoes I was wearing.
Yeah.
I remember the feel of my feet hitting and everything. So I was like,
That poor guy.
need to. Yeah, exactly. I watched it decompose
You
like
need to
all
represent
weekends.
that moment
This
for
is
sure.
my karma lizard.
Yeah,
I was
bring
like,
it back to life.
thank you. That's
Yeah.
exactly what
I
I
get
was
it.
thinking.
Now he gets to live vicariously through you
Yeah.
and all your experiences.
Exactly. All
That's
my
awesome.
other tattoos have no meaning.
You just wanted
Just
them.
fun.
Just wanted them.
Yeah, I mean, like, who doesn't want a radish, carrot, and garlic? Oh
Tattoos
shit!
their whole fucking leg.
Yeah, there you go.
One session?
Oh, hell no.
Hell no.
Hell no.
How many sessions?
It was actually over 6 months.
Oh shit!
Yeah, because you know what? A lot of heavy line, and then it's time. It's just
Yeah.
time. You got
Nice.
you got to be there for 2-3 hours, and
Yeah, it
so,
definitely kills. What was the worst spot?
You know what? It's everybody asked, and it was right here.
Yeah.
Right
underneath
where your
the knee,
kneecap.
at the top of the shin.
Right
Yes,
off
that
the-
one is bad.
Sensitive.
It feels like it hits the bone, right?
and right in the back of the Achilles. Everywhere else, yeah. I
That's
mean,
bad.
But
When I
that's
tattooed
bad.
myself here,
Yeah.
I had.
Oh my God!
Yeah, right there was the worst spot, right next to the
Yeah,
bone.
take that little ball
I had
there.
a beer while I was doing it. I stuck a straw
You're
in
like,
it. No cross contamination. Stuck a straw in it. Just like leaned over and drank while I was tattooing myself.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Where do you tattoo out of?
Cedar Ave in Scranton. It's a private studio, so you can reach out to me on Instagram
There you
at
go.
jessica.mayetta.
Awesome. Got your
Yeah.
plug in.
Hell yeah, you know I do.
How long you been doing it for?
A year, but I've been an artist my whole life.
All right, awesome, awesome. And you know what? It's funny. I have so many friends that are tattoo artists, and
It's an awesome
it
job.
truly is. It's art form.
You know, I never thought, like, if you told me as a kid I was going to be a tattoo artist, I never would have been, like, cool with it.
Sure.
But, like, I grew up and I was like, I need to make something, like, make money off my art somehow. So I accidentally fell into tattooing, and I was like, holy shit, this
Yeah.
is awesome. Like, I get a different prompt every single day.
That's great.
So, I love it.
Good for you, man.
Well, thank you guys so much.
Thanks for coming on.
thanks for
Really
What's
good.
your podcast? Where can I listen to you?
We don't. Do you have any? I have a button left. We gave out a lot of our promo stuff.
right,
But we're on
cool, cool.
Instagram, Twitter. The
Okay.
audio podcast is
So
Spotify.
if I type this in, it'll come up.
It's
Yes.
WORT, but we take out the O and put the hop plan in.
Hell
so
yeah.
Wort.
Well, thank you guys.
Thank
Have
you.
an awesome beer
Thanks for being
fest.
here. Really
Cheers.
appreciate it.
Have a great day.
Enjoy.
Yeah.
And listen in.
Thank you. Bye.
So, I mean, that's this perspective. Like I said, I wanted to get somebody. That was just interesting that we were talking about it.
I really thought she was going to flash us.
She almost did.
I was really thinking that was going to happen. It would have been great.
She's very nice.
Yeah,
Nice
she was
girl.
a sweetheart.
So that's the perspective from, a festival goer. And that's what I was saying. I think you're right. It was well organized this year. Everything was top notch. Beer was phenomenal. Let's just say that. How good was the fucking beer?
You know what's funny? Yesterday we didn't have a really good chance to drink a lot of beer or different beer. We had a few.
Yeah.
But today we actually.
we hit it hard today,
bro,
actually, at the festival at least.
I do have to say, I was very, very impressed with.
Which
You know, it was a combo of several different places.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of the best beer I had. Originally, it was Fort Nonsense.
Okay. That sour.
That sour was still to me.
Did you get a chance to have that sour?
I did.
Yeah.
I did. And then I also had the Bolero
Snort one.
Snort one, yeah, because they tapped out early yesterday.
So you tried to get right online and
Yeah.
get that? How was that?
It was amazing.
Was
the
it
cotton
pine-
candy
was it
one?
pine- Oh, that's what it
you
was.
did get it.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's fine.
the again, founders of all.
Yeah,
bro, Hazelnut KBS.
KBS.
Holy shit! They need to fucking can bottle, do something with it. It was so wonderful.
Tom, what was your highlight beer?
Highlight beer. Oh man, whatever the stout was from Coastal.
Okay. No, not Coastal. Cypress?
From Cypress.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry.
Oh,
yeah, the 13.5.
Yeah.
That was.
All right, Ricky.
They had two. They had two different ones, but it was phenomenal.
Yeah, so one, they were just telling us because they went down the show. One is their main, and the other one's like the little sister version of it.
Oh, okay.
So it's
Yeah.
just a drop
Yeah.
down in like 2 ABV, but it's still 10%.
Right.
Like, yeah, it's a little drop down. It's crazy.
I do have to say, last year, I mean, we had some good beer. I mean, we were literally right next to Bear Republic.
Yeah.
And they were doing a crazy fucking releases.
Key, not Bear Republic, Firestone.
Oh, it was, yeah, Firestone Walker.
Yeah.
You're right. And they were doing those crazy releases last year. But this year, just seeing a lot of the smaller breweries doing some really fucking good stuff. It's good to see.
I don't think there would be any way for us to be more centrally located because we did not get. Bucker Brigade was the farthest we got.
Yeah.
There's like 30 breweries all the way over there that we didn't even come close to.
Yep. And again,
so
it's
for the most part, it
when
was
you have an outdoor event like
Yeah.
this and you have 150 breweries.
Yeah.
You
It's gonna
can
be
only
tough.
get to
So many.
and for 4 hours. I don't know how anybody goes through all the breweries.
Yeah.
And then with the bands involved, again, this year, the bands were friggin'
awesome.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Thrice yesterday, killed it. 4 Years Strong, Newfound Glory today. Alkaline Trio yesterday.
Yep.
Yeah.
We didn't really get to hear Newfound Glory. They sounded good, but
I've seen them a dozen or more times.
I was more impressed with 4 Years Strong.
4 Years Strong sounded
They
dope.
sounded fucking
awesome.
So good.
I was
today.
happy we got over there because that's the one band, like, out of everything, if that would be the top one I wanted to go see.
And anybody that knows anybody, when you go to an event like this, stand right behind the mixing board.
Yeah.
Because that's the spot.
It's called front of house, and it's the best place because that's where a lot of the mix is happening.
Yep.
So if you stand by that tent or in front or behind, yeah, it's going to be one of the better mixes that you get, and it was pretty awesome. And they played the new single, the cover, the Green Day medley, which is awesome.
And let me tell you,
awesome.
man,
they did a great job on it, dude.
When
you got to hear the studio
When
mix.
they started off with it, I'm like, what? And you're like, yeah, no, bro, they did that.
They fucking released that shit. Brain Stew and Jaded back to back. It was awesome.
It was very good. Mike.
Wait, Rick. Thanks for joining us again. You've been a great neighbor.
Yes, bro.
Really appreciate you hanging out and supplying us with lots of beer yesterday.
So
a little bit of beer today, but not much.
So Rick from Barry has been our neighbor this weekend.
All weekend.
And we hung out last night at Brooklyn Emo Night and got I don't know about you, bro.
It's good times.
So I want to bring everybody in to talk about last night.
I browned out. I lost a chunk of time. I can never get back.
So we showed up yesterday to Boar, I think is the name of it, and it was an outdoor venue, shipping container.
Cajun. I didn't even realize
it. My fucking Cajun, chili nachos. That's all right. I got a couple beers out of it.
Yeah. Well, you got more than that.
Yeah, I got my Remy Martin.
You got Remy Martin.
But shit got crazy.
And those wings were fucking.
Yeah, the wings were so good.
They were delicious.
So for a good 2 or 3 hours, we were all solid. And then that last hour or two that we were there, things went down really quick. We lost Tom.
Well, I don't blame the alcohol. I think there's a direct correlation between the quality of the tracks that were being played and how crazy the night got. Where it was just like banger, banger, banger.
Yeah,
we were just like we were going.
They
fucking
kill it all the
manners.
time though. Fucking you like anything pop punk emo-y. Emo Night in Brooklyn is just one of those things that
Without a doubt.
you have to go to. You have to experience the experience.
This is
and actually, I think I would have preferred it here than going to Amity Music Hall in a small little place. Even though that's cool and everything, this is an outdoor venue.
We were upstairs.
We had VIP, overlooked the whole thing.
So good.
We had a waiter. It was good times.
And we overwhelmed that mother.
Oh,
we overwhelmed that.
He wasn't
guy.
ready for us.
No.
rolling 6 strong.
And what killed me too. So we overwhelmed him, but then Rick was fucking going downstairs and still getting bears for us.
Yeah,
like waiting in line and shit.
Yeah,
and we thank you for
trust
that,
me.
bro.
We all stay loaded. That's for sure. And then I saw. Like I said, Tom murked. Rick, I said something to him, and then next thing I know, he's gone. I'm looking around. He said he went upstairs, but we were already downstairs at that point.
Oh,
and
yeah.
And I look at Steve. He does like that 1-2 step, like dum dum. I'm like, all right, I think we've had enough. I'm exhausted. I woke up, 3 days in a row with 5 hours of sleep. Tonight, we're going to take it easy, relax, and really try to soak in all of what AC Beer Press had to bring us. But what a great fucking weekend
easy?
here. What a great fucking weekend.
I don't know what easy means. But
well, we're going to go have dinner, have some nice drinks like gentlemen. That's what I mean by
again,
take it easy.
I'm not too sure about that either, but
the gentleman part or the drink part?
All of it. Now, Mike, what do you think about the fest, man?
I like outdoor festivals. Period. End of story.
Okay.
I don't. the indoor festivals for broadcasting is fucking loud. That was our big thing in 18. We were. I lost my voice, and believe it or not, folks, I have my voice today. It's not 100%.
Yeah.
I don't have. Last night I couldn't speak. When we got back, I was wheezing. I'm talking to the taxi driver. I'm like, I just stopped talking, and because I didn't want to ruin my voice. I conserved it.
And that was the moment I don't remember.
Right. So
that's the brown apple.
Yeah, and which wasn't that long, believe it or not. When we got back, we both went right out. But I was scared that we would come in today and I'd have zero voice. And I'd be like, Steve, you got to hold down the show. I'm just going to give them, those things. But no, I was very happy. Duncan supplied me with a nice black tea with honey. And
that worked for me, bro.
Dude, it works for me every time. That's why I do it.
I was
That's the new
right
sponsor.
after that.
Yeah, sponsored by Dunkin' Donuts.
Dunkin' Donuts, black tea with honey.
So 2019, we were inside the convention center, and Newfound was one of the people that weekend. I forget who else was there. Some really great bands that year too. But it's inside, and you have a full stage. It is so loud, and I'm screaming trying to talk to people. And in the end, the audio sounds like absolute shit. In the end, it was a great show. We had great guests, but man. It's so much better. I love outside venues. I love the open air and being in the sun. I just
nice.
do. It's we're down by the beach. You get fucking the things in the background.
We got fucking really lucky. The weather was
again
from yesterday.
I mean, last year was bad, but yesterday one day was bad. But
it was that one. Yeah, that one. And it was only for like a half hour.
Yeah.
But this year, from the moment we got here, has been fucking spectacular.
Phenomenal. Phenomenal weather. I couldn't ask for better.
This morning, but. You know,
yeah, we got through. We got tent weights and everything tied down, and we made it through the day. Listen, gentlemen, I want to thank everybody. I want to thank our silent sponsors this weekend that got us here. They changed formats, and we had to actually be here not for free, as we usually do. And our sponsors came through.
We were the only radio show here.
Yes, this year we are the only broadcasting AC Beer Fest radio station or podcast, whatever you want to call it. And that actually made me very happy when I realized I thought South Jersey Beer Scene was going to do something, but they didn't.
Yeah, no.
So they were just pouring, and we're the only ones that covered the festival via podcast. So, you know, Breeze the best. We'll just leave it at that. I want to thank you guys for making the trip, Ricky, for being a great neighbor.
Yeah,
all the people that have been on the show this entire weekend. I can't even begin to say who everyone was. I can name a couple of people from today, and then after that, whatever. Montclair, Ship Bottom, Barrier, but like Cypress, and then I started losing Bucket Brigade. Yeah, there you go. There's a whole bunch. I mean, so many breweries. Listen, if anyone wants to find out more about these breweries, obviously go on all the social media, find out everything you can about them, visit their breweries. They're taking your tap handles. Is that all right? Okay, good. And make sure that you keep these guys in business, because if anything happens like we had in the last 2 years, when things get better, you want them there. And with the beer they're producing here in this state, the beer we're producing in the tri-state area, it's a place, a beer lover's haven. And we're in a very special time to be alive. If you're a craft beer drinker, you gotta love what's going on.
And again, I had mentioned earlier in one of the other episodes we did with the breweries here, the East Coast is becoming that place,
epicenter,
where it used to be Colorado and California, and some Texas, but now the East Coast is a fucking real
Twin Lights Week.
real deal. It's a real deal. And we're the show really originally started as a Long Island based New York, and obviously we branched out and we do a lot of Jersey now. And man, the breweries in the tri-state area are just killing it
all the time.
Killing it.
We've had Pennsylvania on, we've had Connecticut people on.
Yeah.
That whole area, dude, if you are out there and you're listening and you're making a trip to the East Coast, specifically in the Northeast, you just got to go on Google Maps, type in breweries near me, and just hit a few up, and you will see what we've been seeing over the last 5 to 7 years happening here in the tri-state.
I would say 98% of the breweries
top notch
have really good stuff.
Yeah. And you won't be disappointed.
With anything, you have, that few that just suck ass.
Yeah, well.
But the majority, and I'm going to say right now, New York is fucking crawling with great breweries.
Yep.
And now Jersey's really stepped up the game.
They're
Let me tell you, man.
Big time.
The beers we had today, all fucking top notch.
That's what I'm saying.
There was not one where I was like, I'm not too sure about this one. All were like, and again, even if it's a simple beer, just a simple Helles or a Kolsch, the beers were well done. There was no off flavors. There was nothing I could fucking really say, hey man, you know, what happened there? Except for there was this #1 local IPA. I can't get it anymore. I don't know what happened to it.
It's amazing how it sells
out
in New Jersey so quick.
And then it was gone, man. What the fuck happened?
Seriously,
with
Rick,
that?
thanks for being a really good neighbor. Really appreciate you, and we were able to help each other out through the weekend. And again, thanks to AC Beer Fest for having us again. We'd love to do it again. I hope everybody has enjoyed the two-part show that we're going to have to put together. Before we get out of here, I'm actually going to do this. something to say before we get out of here.
Well, it's been a pleasure to be here. Thanks for having me for the 3rd year in Atlantic City now.
Tom.
And
Tom's becoming a veteran.
Yeah. And, now I feel like I'll be going to more of these on my own time and, continuing to indulge. But
we fully turned you.
It's been a great weekend, and it's not over yet.
No.
So,
oh, no.
Yeah.
It's not.
Cheers.
Rick, anything?
Awesome beers that I had today, and awesome time last night at Emo Night Brooklyn was a blast. So yeah, overall great weekend, and
even though you're staying in like a cracked end,
it's not as bad as ours last year, no matter what.
A cracked end motel in.
No, that was the one I first went into. The one I went in was our
the second one. We're good. Steve, anything before we get out of here?
Man, drink good beer because there's a lot out there.
That's it. And don't forget to have your pet spayed or neutered. This is The Word with Mike, Pete, and Steve, GovsRadio.com. Thanks a lot, everyone, for joining us. And we out.
Well, that's 2 hours of your life that you'll never get back.
Are you kidding me? Please hang up and try again.
This has been The Wort on Govs Radio. I hope you're drunk enough.